Now we're live.
Now we're live.
Now we're live.
Hey guys, how's it going tonight? We're going to try to do a late night live stream here. There ain't too many other people on at this time of the evening. Kids are all in bed. We're just seeing if we can get anybody to come and join us tonight. I don't know.
What everybody's doing this weekend.
See what everybody's up to and stuff. Yeah, exactly. We're up to talk about anything that's going on. We got one person that just came on.
We got two, but I don't see anybody in the chat yet.
Yeah, if you're
hey
in.
Guys.
Yeah, hey. Leave a comment in the chat so we know that you're here and stuff. We got 3 people on now.
Hey Martinez.
Hey Dave, how's it going? I'm glad you joined us this evening. We're just doing an impromptu live stream tonight. I appreciate you joining us tonight.
Just want to talk about some garden stuff and
gardening
what everybody's
stuff.
doing on the weekends and
talk about a little bit about anything. So Dave, what all do you got growing this year? I see you in a lot of the pepper community chats and different stuff. I mean, we got all kinds of different peppers going on. I mean, we got to pick peppers every day.
Oh, we have so many more to pick tomorrow. We've got boxes.
Yeah, Dave,
we don't even know what to do with. The dehydrator can't keep up.
Yeah, Dave, we can't keep up with the peppers and stuff. It's because tomorrow we got to go out and pick a bunch more. And I've been picking
have like 3 boxes in there.
Yeah, we got like 3 big boxes of peppers to pick. You grab that box and let him see. And this is just like one of the boxes that we got going on. Beth, there's this one right here that was close to you. I don't even know what to do with all, here's a whole huge box of peppers. We got all kinds of different peppers going on. There's like this one and definitely some lemon ahis, you see. We got some big old bell peppers that
I'll use those for salsa.
Yeah. We'll freeze them or something. We got some of these chocolate peppers here. I'm trying Sepa Serpent, I think is what these were called.
What's this one?
That's a chocolate bootla.
That's what I thought.
It's a little different one. Then we got a bunch of these habaneros and stuff that's ripening up, and right there's a habanero. Oh yeah, what did I say? Habanero, yeah, there you go. But then we got these right here. It's a thick walled pepper that are spicy and hot, which is
What is it, cherry bombs?
No, this is not cherry bombs. These are oh man, I'm trying to think of the name of them right now, but they're pretty good. I think it's man, I can't even think of the name of it right now. We got so many different peppers that I'm trying to figure out what everything is right now.
Hey Dojo.
Hey, that's Sexy Dojo right there in the chat.
Let me send a link.
Hey, I'm gonna send links in the chat if anybody would like to join us. You're more than welcome. I'm gonna copy and paste this right here. If I can get her done right here.
Yeah, copy it first.
Yep. I'm on that, Beth.
Wow. I'll usually just copy it right from the.
If you'd like to join us, guys, you'd be more than welcome. Dave, Dojo.
Hey, Sexy Dojo.
You guys come in and join us. I mean, we're not doing nothing tonight. The kids is actually all in bed and stuff. Beth got off of work at what?
I didn't get home till about 10.
About 10 this evening.
I keep forgetting which way this goes. It goes backwards.
But hey, guys, come in here and join us, and you're more than welcome.
There's avocados, some tomatoes, fig tree, cherry tree, and a grapevine.
Oh, I love avocados, do I not, Beth?
Yes.
Our grocery store don't. We
have a hard time getting
avocados and stuff. And I've never ate a fresh fig. Hey, GTA Legend, how's it going? I'm glad you could join us this evening. I really do appreciate it. We're just sitting here talking about all kinds of different stuff. If anybody's got a topic they want to talk about, we'd be more willing to talk about them with it.
Dojo, what are you doing? Get in here. Oh, he's getting ready to leave for home.
You getting ready to leave for home? Are you watching from bed? I hear that. I watch a lot from bed all the time, different things. We're just trying to do this for a little while to see if we get people to come on and chat with us for a little while. Maybe do it for 30 minutes or to an hour or something like that and see what happens, really.
Joe wants to talk about sexiness.
You want to talk about sexiness?
I'm not talking anything with Dojo anymore. I'm going to make Pilo mad at me.
Dojo, you're making Pilo mad. That ain't good.
Hey, Sal.
Hey, Sal, what's going on, man? I left the link in the chat right there. If you're more than welcome to join us.
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
Yeah, we're just hanging out tonight and seeing what's all going on. I'd never seen too many people that we're friends with live, and just until now, I saw that GSL Antis was live.
Oh my gosh, I'm not talking to him anymore. He's a PMS. Click Sal.
Oh, Sal's in the chat. Man, he's got a lot of good stuff to talk about.
Oh, hit camera there. Hold on 1 second. There you go. Cheers, everyone.
Hey, Sal, how's it going, man? Cheers.
Cheers.
Pretty good. I've started my day pretty early here. You know what I mean? I've already had a couple of 32s, and I was on a couple lives earlier, but I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I started earlier, but Beth started about 10 o'clock when she came home to have a few beers.
I just got off work not very long ago.
10 o'clock your time. You gotta tell everyone that.
Rob Schaller, hey, how's it going? That's another good friend of mine. Rob, would you like to join us tonight? I got a link in the chat. I could post another one if you'd like to join us. I'll post another one right now.
I was gonna hang out for a little bit, drink the rest of my Milwaukee's best, which was actually brewed in America. I don't know if most can see that here. It's a 4.8 brewed in America. So, cheers.
Cheers. I finished that one. I'll drink a beer with you. But they can't see you at all.
I know, because it's tiny. That's okay. Just keep it on you and I'll just talk.
Okay.
Just fix your camera. You just have to fix the angle of it to where you guys are both on the same camera space.
Yeah. Hey, Dave Carlisle. I'm glad you could join us this evening. We was just doing an impromptu live.
Am I the only one here? Oh. Okay, there you're back. You're back. I was gonna say you're frozen. You're back.
There
you are. You're back. I see you blinking there.
Are we back yet?
Yeah, you're back.
Now we're back. As my internet, we live out in the middle of nowhere, so our internet's so sketchy out here. You know, we got three houses on our road that we live on. So, you know, the internet companies don't care nothing about anybody they're not making no money off of the three houses on our road. So when stuff goes out,
fiber optics on your road like everyone else.
Hey, Martinez.
Yeah, Dave said he's got bad internet too. But you think they don't care? Even the guy that I was really good friends that worked with the phone company, it's like they're not worried about people like you because we're not making no money off you. That's why you don't get upgrades.
Well, they're not making no money off us, then they should lower our bill.
Yeah, because you know, you figure we pay the same amount as somebody that lives in town that gets really good internet, and ours is really shitty all the time. Hey,
no, you have 3 people on your street though. If you had more people on your street getting internet, they'd probably go and maybe recommend fiber optics on your street.
Yeah, well, they upgraded it last year about this time.
Yeah, because it would have been
Okay.
It would have been way worse. We wouldn't even have been able to do this right now because it is basically just a step above dial-up. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Like even the kids, we couldn't all be on the internet at the same time.
Yeah.
It would just crash like 3 or 4.
I'm in a 100-year-old house, so I completely understand everything that you're talking about right now because I'm still living on just the average stuff.
Yeah, that's what we are. We're in our house was built in the Depression, actually, in the 1930s. An old farmhouse.
Yeah, my house has been here since 1915.
Oh, wow. Yeah, dang. My grandma was born in 1913. So your house is she is 2 years younger than what she is. But she passed away a few years back, but she lived to what, 96, 97?
98.
98.
We're taking over my grandma's house right now. Matter of fact, awesome. She passed away too, but we're keeping it going.
We actually, when I grew up, we actually lived in a big farm and stuff, in more of the southern part of the state. And that house was built in the 1800s, but it was huge. Like I don't, I want to say like a mansion type house back then.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Barnyard Chicken. How's it going?
Hi, Lisa. I love following her updates and stuff like that. She does a lot of stuff on HEB, which there's not that many. Ironically, I'm in El Paso, Texas, so it's like I'm literally right next to Hatch Farms, but we don't have one here because we can literally go probably I want to say 30 minutes, 45 minutes to Hatch Farms and get everything we need. But
that's
awesome. Yeah, she does all those updates. They're beautiful.
You guys got stuff that the stores and stuff that Lisa puts up. We don't got none of those around by us.
Oh my gosh, I'd have to go.
We'd have to go to Indy or somewhere to even get some of them.
Yeah. She finds the good stores and stocks up on the good stuff because eventually that good stuff will be probably like 3 or 4 times as much the price, and she gets it for a really, really good deal.
Yeah,
I like her channel. How it shows all that.
Man, she made some omelets today, and that was exactly the way I would have made my omelet if I was to make them, with the peppers and onions and mushrooms and cheese and bacon bits and stuff. I was like, oh man, it made me hungry watching it. But when I was watching it, Beth was actually making biscuits and gravy.
Nice.
Well, I guess we'll have to have omelets tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got homemade I guess chicken soup here since it's raining here in my area. I haven't even ate it yet. It's just kind of sitting here. I got a bunch of chicken and I put Munster cheese on top of it and just let it melt.
Oh, that's your favorite. One of your favorite cheeses, Munster cheese.
Munster cheese.
I just let it sit there because I'm drinking right now. I've drank probably like 3 32s. I'm on my 4th one. I'm about to finish this one here, and as soon as I finish, I'll probably exit here.
Bar.
Yeah, well, honestly, yesterday, I was probably on 5 people's lives yesterday, and I drank 10 32s. I don't drink that much. I just got a new job. I work at a cheesesteak company, or it's not even a company. It's a privately owned company here in my area, and they take care of everybody. I get good enough tips every day where I get $30 to $50 of tips, and
wow,
dang, that's pretty nice.
Free food there, so I'm like stoked on that. And I realized that I can't drink there during the weekdays and still work there and be functional. So I'm only going to do the drinking during the weekends, and I'll do the lives and I'll hang out with everyone. But it is what it is. I'm just trying to make ends meet.
Hey, Timber66, I'm glad you could join us tonight. We're just doing an impromptu live stream tonight.
Get used to the whole StreamYards, man. It's pretty wicked. I saw that you
my internet goes out.
Got there for a second. You're there. You're back.
Maybe I should stay off mine. Let's see where Rev was. One bird. No,
I just wanted to come over here and show you guys some love, dude, because I actually love your channel. I like how you represent your family on your channel. Beth, Much love. I mean, you're a very cool person, and Aaric, you're very blessed to have Beth and your
Yeah,
family.
thank you so much, man.
Well, we
Oh,
let
dude.
You know, Sal, I only started making videos for my kids to go back and watch and stuff because you know, my I got a few health issues and stuff, and
Me too.
I was like, man, I want to make these videos, and maybe the kids can go back and watch them later on in life and be like, hey, that's the way we was back
Yeah.
then and stuff.
That's
So
exactly what I'm doing. I'm showing. I have two kids right now, and like one of them is about to turn a teenager, and then the other one is about to turn 6. And I want to show them exactly who I was before anyone else puts their 2 cents in.
yeah, exactly, and you know, it makes me feel good that they go back and can go back and watch all these different videos of us, especially you know, like 5 or 6 years down the road, because you know, I don't think YouTube's going anywhere. And people will be able to go back, you know, because I've been watching YouTube for years. I mean, years.
I've been on YouTube for 15 years, so I've been there and done that. You know what I mean? I wanted to share everything about it. To me, honestly, I look at YouTube as universal consciousness. And if anything we want to know about anything, we can just go to YouTube, look it up, and it'll be there. And we're there questioning ourselves in many ways. If you really think about it, that's what I think YouTube is.
Let's know what you're up to on your the Star Wars count.
I think my last count was 291, but there's still a bunch more ripening up on that plant. I don't even know what who else's what their counts is because people's not posting and stuff like I do. I try to keep a post all the time about it. You know, at least
I got the same seeds you do, Aaric. Rob gave me the same batch of seeds that he gave you, and I haven't planted them yet. And I'm waiting to get the my soil really good. I got everything. I want to do everything that you're doing. I want to do European night crawlers, and I want to feed them poshes that I make myself. And I saw what you've been doing this whole year, dude.
Yeah,
I'm very proud.
man. The worms is the way to go, and if you're trying to do something like that, you feed the worms, and it's going to feed the plant naturally, and that's how I do stuff. The only thing I don't never do naturally, and it's really hard to do, is sweet corn. It takes a lot of inputs for corn.
I can't do that outdoor. I can't do. If I do it outdoor, I'm already transplanting them probably at least 6 feet high from indoor because I have 4 indoor tents, and if I really do my sweet corn, that's the only way I can protect it from the environments and all the elements and stuff like that. If I get them 6 feet high and I put them in little 2 to 3 to maybe 4 gallon pots, and I'm doing the exact same method that you're doing, I will successfully have a good harvest if I do it that way. If not, elements will take it over, and I'm just like, why?
Our deer pressure and raccoon pressure here is so strong that our really nice sweet corn got wiped out, man. I mean, within 2 days it was done. But you know what? I planted 2 rows there at the end of the season, a 60-day corn, and I thought, man, I'm not even gonna worry about fertilizing or taking care of it because the deer are gonna just eat it. And I actually got a harvest from that because I don't know if they couldn't find it through all the damn weeds and stuff.
That's what I was going to bring up right now. Honestly, me and Aaric had a private conversation probably like a week or 2 ago where we were talking about the melons and the melon harvest that you just did, the video. I don't want to say it in great detail, but he brought up such the biggest. It was honestly like if all farmers, remember this, dude, grow all your melons and let the weeds and everything grow around it, because you know why? All the let's say the raccoons, the deers and whatnot, they'll go and eat all the bullshit weeds and stuff like that, and you'll keep your melons, you'll keep everything, and you'll have a good harvest and stuff like that. You brought up something that you looked past. That was actually a really good method for your area, because you were just talking about that. All these guys are gonna go and destroy your stuff, but if that stuff's growing in the wild right there around like the grass and the weeds and stuff like that, it'll protect it. It'll protect it. I saw your melons, dude. Your melons were pretty big and everything, dude. You had gourds of squash and everything, dude.
Yeah. Hey, from Zero to Homestead, I'm glad you could join us tonight.
We don't have we have moles.
Yeah, they got gopher problems down there. We got moles that.
Moles are easy to take care of. You just get the little mini traps that you put inside the holes and stuff like that. That kind of take care of it like that. You'll take care of it, and the dogs won't fit and stuff like that.
Yeah. But here's my theory. With that garden, like on top of my hill, is as long as you plant the seeds, you might have a good harvest of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just as long as you get out there. Sometimes the weeds don't always hurt you. I mean, I'm sure it hurts you a little, but as long as you're getting a harvest from something, is that a bad thing or a good thing?
Your melons, your squash, see how big they were? We all saw that. We all saw that live. What's going on, Rev?
Yeah,
what I was saying. Keep going.
Yeah, but all I was gonna say is like you guys never seen how many melons we've actually really harvested on that, because I don't post it and do videos about it, because I've done
do it on your social media, do it on your Facebook and Instagram, and people will love that stuff because we all follow you, dude. You're basically like the staple of the American family that we all want to be. So I'm looking at you and your family going, God bless, you know what I mean? Like we're still keeping it going, dude. Yes.
Yeah, it's like, because here's for me personally, my thing is, you know how I make my videos? My daughter lets me borrow her cell phone. That she's limited on data and stuff, so I got to make quick, short, little videos because I was never into none of that. I don't got a camera or nothing.
We're a parent, that's why. We give our children everything. That's why. That's the truth.
So if I can get a 2 or 3 minute video or 6 or 7, whatever it'll let me make, that's what I do. I don't edit none of my stuff, and it's all for them. You know what I'm saying? So they can go back and look on what we was up to and stuff.
That's how I feel about my family too. Like I'm making a bunch of videos and a bunch of posts, and I want them to go back and see the real me of what I was sharing and what I was giving back to the community and everybody else, and here in America and stuff like that. And it's real deal.
Yeah, that's the way I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here to make fake videos and set up my videos for people to go and watch. Hell, this is all natural for me.
Agree. How you doing, Rev?
Yeah, hey, Rev. I'm glad you joined us.
Not too bad. I didn't get a notification that you were live. I was just sitting here watching demolition drag racing, and Beth messaged me. I'm like, what the hell's going on, man? I looked. I was like, oh, wow, there are people. I kept checking all night. Nobody was live.
Yeah, I did.
If that happens, take off the notification on Aaric's and then re-notification that.
I just unsubscribed and then resubscribed and then re-hit the bell. So hopefully it'll start working.
I have to do that with both of you to get notifications too, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that.
I don't know. I only get notifications from people that go live though, because like unless
I can tell you exactly why it does that. Like YouTube, it gets to the point where whatever you follow and whatever you're looking at on YouTube, they'll put you on that perspective. Say you're even watching trolling stuff or stuff that you shouldn't watch, and you're doing bulk by that, it'll push you on on all those videos and stuff, and it'll lose you on the track that you already subscribed to. That's what YouTube's doing right now. So I have to unscribe to people that I follow personally and rescribe just to go and make sure I'm getting their update. That's the truth right there.
Oh, I'm bad.
Well, I follow like 800 I forget how many hundreds of people that I subscribe.
We all do. But you got to remember, Rev, some of us are family folk, and we have kids and other family members that look at other stuff and stuff like that, and our notifications get lost because we're sharing a whole group YouTube on the social network, and I'm just letting you guys know that it is the way it is right there. And if you know that,
he's got a deer mower for his yard. Literally a deer mowing his lawn for him.
Oh, I want a deer.
And we've been doing that with our goats, though, ain't we, Beth?
Yeah, but I want a deer.
Yeah.
My dad's friend had a couple deer.
I miss having goats. I used to have fainting goats.
That's what we got.
Yeah, you go up to them and go, and they could come up.
Yeah,
Sit
they
there like,
lock up, and I feel bad for them anytime I
Red
do.
did the best fainting goat impression last night.
they were the weakest link in the human, or not human, but animal history. Like, that's how they were bred. Basically, if they lock up like that, those were the ones that got taken by the wolves and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you know
The
they
rest of
do.
the, and yeah, the rest of your animals got taken care of, but a lot of us started loving these feeding goats, and I love them too.
They're the sacrificial goat.
Yeah,
It
they
is.
are.
It really is. It really is.
The rest of the herd get away while the wolves tear up that one that fainted first.
Yeah, because well, basically we got 3 goats. The one's a purebred fainting goat, and the other's fainting goat and dwarf Nigerian cross with it. And they don't faint or nothing because once you breed the line out, they won't do that fainting stuff anymore. But the one white goat will just faint out there, and the other ones will get away.
I'll just walk over there, and the other goats will run back in the building, and the white goat just
lays it.
Yeah, it just lays
That's
it
so funny, and I bet you guys kids pick on that goat too, because like I know my kids do. Like they sit there and they go, "Well, if it's a fainting goat, we want to see it do it." You know what I mean? Like
oh yeah, they try to run over there
goat
and yell, and it's got used to it though. It don't do it anymore when they go over there and yell. But,
yeah. But they're fun. I'm starting to see like a lot of progress right now. How much stuff that they've actually starting to eat up on our property.
You said it yourself because I've been following your channel. They eat his fainting goats and the other goats basically eat all the waste from his farming stuff. Like, so everything that he harvests, all the vines, all the leaves and stuff like that, he feeds it to the goats. If not, the goats, he'll put the goats right there in where the grow was, and they take care of the rest, and he composts the rest with the worms and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Like we got these cockaburs. You can see where they ate up the whole cockabur. They eat the actual burr itself, but ate all the leaves and stuff. So you got these stems of cockaburs with just a cockabur on there. And most things, I didn't even know goats would eat cockaburs because most things won't eat a cockabur plant.
You have hybrids though. That's why.
Pull them up and burn them.
Yeah, we need it. We need to circle of life.
We'll wait till they're done eating the leaves off them, and then hopefully
pull them up
and burn them. We burn them every year, but they still come back.
Yeah, you know what? You know how we got cockaburs, and I'll tell you this because we got hay that had cockaburs in it one year, and have never been able to get rid of them since.
Next year, Aaric, you've actually inspired me for my YouTube. Next year, I'll probably share the ranch that I live in. I don't tell that many people. We have a ranch here. I'm in Texas, so like we have acres and stuff like that. I'll share all that stuff next year. I just got back into Texas last year, and from California, so I'm trying to get everything. I was getting my my organic stuff. You know, I do organics and all that stuff. I do some certain type of style. I don't want to say it on here.
The Korean ferments and stuff. Like
all the Korean ferments and stuff like that. They do it really good, dude. But I'm doing it American style, and I'll show everybody how the Koreans were doing it, and then we'll do it American style here in Texas, stuff like that. But you inspired me. You and your family actually, honestly, inspired me to do all this.
That's what I've been feeding my contest plan is I would more or less call it a ferment too of the.
It is because you feed it. You're feeding it basically fermented squashes that have already been they've been old and they've already fermented inside the squash, and then you blend them and then you put them in a pulp and then you feed them to your Kangstar that's been going for a while. It's the lemon Kangstar, I think it was, right?
Kangstar lemon starburst. That was the contest plant this year. DLC.
It's that, dude. How many pods already, dude? That's been probably the best pods I've ever seen so far.
Yeah, you're in the lead, aren't you?
I don't know who's in the lead or what. I've never seen. That's what I was saying earlier. Never seen nobody update on none of the contest.
He has another plant next to that contest plant that's producing so many pods, dude. Oh my gosh, dude! It's amazing, dude. Gotta follow Aaric's Kangstar Lemon Starburst, dude, because it's amazing, dude. The way he grew it is the way I think, honestly, we should grow everything, dude. You're on the right track, brother.
We're supposed to get 2 to 3 inches tomorrow.
And we're back. This is what I hate about my internet right there.
Dude, you were back the whole time, dude. You did not glitch the whole time. You were there the whole time.
Oh
Yeah, you were there.
Yep. Because it showed me frozen circle and stuff on my screen.
No, we were here watching you the whole time, dude. You're good.
Hey, Christian with Grizzly Whiskers.
I'm actually about to jet out right now because I did say I'd drink this 32.
Oh, yeah. That's cool, man. I appreciate you joining us tonight. If anybody in the chat would like to join us, I'll leave another link out here. You're more than welcome to chat with us and different stuff.
I saw that you came live, dude, and I wanted to give your channel some love, Beth love, Aaric love, obviously, and your whole entire family, dude, because you teach a lot of people in my area a lot of stuff. Because I share your channel a lot here in my area of Texas because we're a part of the Farmers Association here, dude, and we totally recommend everything you're doing on your channel, dude. So much love.
I could teach a lot more. I just don't. You know what I'm saying about organic growing and stuff. But
you should keep it going.
Organic, or I can do it both ways. You know, I've been gardening since I was a little kid. I was planting gardens for my neighbor at 13 years old. So I do it both ways.
I do that with mealworms and stuff like that. I have a lot of reptile pets and stuff like that, and I feed them the mealworms and stuff like that. But I breed the mealworms, and I save their poop, basically, and it's actually called insect frass.
Yep,
if you actually look up the mealworm poop, I from a pound perspective, it's actually worth a lot of money. But I share it to everyone and give everyone like all the stuff that I got going here in my area. And if you guys need stuff, just send me a message and I'll send you some stuff. I got a lot of insect frass. That's what it's called legally, or not legally, but the scientific term. But it's the same thing with worm poop. That's all it is.
There's Happy Peppers even in the chat tonight. Hey, Happy, I'm glad you could join us tonight. We was just doing an impromptu chat, talking a little bit about gardening and everything else.
Yeah, if you want to join, the link is 3 links above your message.
Yeah, Happy
Pepper in here, Beth said.
Yeah, Beth said to get in here, Happy. He's got an awesome.
I know, much love, Happy, dude. I'm about to get off though, but I follow Happy Pepper all the time, dude, and oh my gosh, I definitely want to get some seeds from you, brother. I follow you. Try to follow me, dude, but I'm about to get off right now. Much love.
All right, later, Sal. I'm glad you join us.
Night, Sal. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Sal. I appreciate it.
Much love.
Love ya.
What I was gonna say, you were saying teach people how to do organic gardening. My suggestion would be just tell people how you do it. That way, people that come here well, no, actually, the way to do it is this. That's one thing that I've always done is I don't teach anybody how to do it. I just even when I'm building a aquaponic garden, I'm just here's how I'm putting together my aquaponic garden. And that way, there's nobody saying, well, you didn't put, you did the crappy bell siphons, or you didn't do this, or I don't like the way you put the degree of angles on the drain lines, or stupid stuff like that. Just to head it off right at the past. I never say that I'm teaching anything. I just say that this is how I'm doing it, and I'm doing something.
Yeah, I want to say hi to Haley S. and how do you say that?
Fraggle,
H2O. H2O. Yeah, but Beth's better at it than me. Actually, my eyesight, it's all a blur when I look over there and look at the chat.
He won't wear his glasses.
I won't wear my glasses.
Oh, dude, oddly enough, if you wear sunglasses, it makes it pop out. It's the weirdest thing. The reason I don't wear sunglasses is I don't like the reflection of what I'm looking at in the camera.
Yeah.
I have 2 different screens here, and I'm always cycling through windows and stuff. I'll be looking up stuff that we're talking about on the side, and just going to other people's profiles and all that different stuff. So
hey, Leasford, I'm doing good tonight. It seems like Rev's probably doing pretty good tonight. You doing good, Rev?
Yeah, not too bad.
Hey, how are you?
That's Beth. There she is.
Hey, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
If you click the other camera with 2, the right at the bottom there, it'll go widescreen, and then your camera will probably show Beth.
Let's see if this works. I'm not good at this, Rev. I'm not a professional YouTube type
maybe
person.
that too.
Well, the one has one picture. The next one has a picture, like two side by side. There you go.
That's how it is.
That's the one I always keep it on, just because that way you can see the most of people's cameras.
Now I need a widescreen it?
No, we're good now.
No, we are widescreen though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because the camera is widescreen. You just like narrowed it down when it was on the smaller one.
I don't like it though because it's backwards.
Yeah. You're
Yeah, I guess technically it is.
Yeah, because it all confuses
Because
me.
I can move this way and then this way.
Yeah, and you'll see that when people try to show something off, they'll just like try to show something off with their phone, and they'll be like going off like over here, like, oh wait, over here,
Yeah, I'm the same way. It confuses me to no end.
Yeah, well, that's because Hangouts was the other way. So we're so used to using Hangouts and showing and like putting something in front of the camera for Hangouts, and now everything's opposite. So when we're like, oh, a little to the left, like we just go to the right, and it's like, whoa, wait, that didn't work.
Yeah, Hangouts is pretty. This StreamYards is pretty cool too.
No,
I never knew how to do it on the Hangouts and stuff and add people, but the StreamYards would make it really easy to be able to add people. Just put the link in the chat and people can join you.
Yep, and that was the bad thing about Hangouts, was if you gave the link to anybody, they could join, they could rejoin, all that stuff. With StreamYards, you can just throw the link out in the chat, and unless you approve them of actually coming on and click their their picture, they're not getting in.
Yeah.
Whereas Hangouts, I've been on live streams where they put the live stream Hangout in the chat, and like this mysterious person with no camera joined, and then next thing you know, there goes one person, there goes another person, there goes me, there goes the host, live stream over, and they just like literally shut it down.
Yeah, that's crazy because they can go on there and delete you out of it, can't they? Like that time.
Well, the first time we tried it, like Aaric kicked himself out, like I don't know how many, like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, out of here with Mike and stuff. Yeah, but like that one time, I actually Bounty. I actually blocked him out of his own live stream on accident because we was all messing around. I was like, man, don't let me be messing with none of the buttons no more. They would never let me back into the live stream with you guys after that.
You've been on since though, right?
That was funny.
What?
You've been on since though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say, I swear you've been on there.
Yeah, it's blocked me. It blocked me just that night or whatever after I did that. But it's like, man, you can't block the host out of their own. And I felt so embarrassed about it, because I'm not good with computers at all. Here's my thing about computers. My senior year in high school was the first year our high school got internet. And in my senior year, they put me in computer classes, and you had to have typing classes, and I didn't even know how a clue about none of this stuff. So you know what I did?
Just waiting a little.
Oh,
nice. Dave's got a happy teeny. Yeah, you were free press there for a second. You're okay now?
Yeah, my bad.
Yep, you're good. There's always a delay on his side. You're good if you can hear me.
I'm back now. But back,
yeah, there's always a delay. Like there's always a delay. You come back and I can hear you and I can see you fine, but you can't hear me. And it's like 7 seconds after you're back that it takes before you can actually hear me.
Well, that's the same with people's chats into the thing. I don't see them for a while till after they actually type in a chat on the thing. And I've seen a lot of people say that about StreamYards, that there's too much of a delay between the chat and what we're seeing.
Oh, yeah. I'm still old school, so I've got YouTube brought up right behind my StreamYard, so it's playing in the background. Just scrolling.
You see, my computer's so slow, it won't let me play 2 things like that at the same time.
A bunch of comments ahead of you.
Yeah, see, like my Beth, she's got her.
Somebody tell Happy Pepper to get on here.
Happy, get on here. Man, I haven't seen you forever. Have we not, Rev?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I mean, Happy used to hang out with us all the time back in the day.
Yup.
He's a. It's not very kind. It's like British.
With grizzly whiskers, I don't know. Get more pollinators? Are they at least flowering?
It's probably the heat. It probably depends where they're at. You know, most tomatoes in the heat of you get past 90 degrees and tomatoes won't pollinate.
Yep.
So
yeah, it was like 99 degrees until like, I don't know, 4 days ago or something.
Very tall for a tomato plant.
No, but they should still, if they're putting on flowers and stuff, if it's under 90 degrees, they ought to pollinate without no problem. You can always just go out there every day and tap your plant or tap the flower or anything, because they're actually self-pollinating.
Yeah. Or
I don't know where you live, what part of the country you live in, but if you're in where it's hot out, you're not going to get no pollination until it cools off. Because that happens all the time. You know, in midsummer when it starts getting in the 90s, you're not going to get no pollination on your tomatoes. The flowers will drop off.
Bakersfield, isn't that the desert?
Yep. Yep. He's got too much heat right now. Wait another month and you'll probably be producing tomatoes like crazy. You know, I'm in the Midwest. I live in Indiana, so we get.
Well, I know you said 3 foot tall.
That's pretty still good size. You know, that's that tall, Beth.
Yeah, but ours are over our heads. So.
Well, ours are over our head, but they still produce tomatoes before they get way over our heads and stuff. But he's in Baker. He's too hot right now. Hey, Bell Pepper, how's it going? I'm glad you could join us. But I think it's his heat right now that's killing him. I bet money. And when it cools off here in about a month for him, he's going to have tomatoes galore.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ref?
Yeah. Yeah, or keep trying to self-pollinate too.
Yep. Just shaking your plant works. Because all they got to do is shake that pollen off the flower, because they're self-pollinating. You can use actually a toothbrush or just tap it. Tap the flower. Right? Tap Beth like that.
Right? He's about to punch me in the face doing this.
Dave says he's not waiting. That's funny.
I wish they'd legalize it here in Indiana, but I'm only 5 miles away from legalizing in Illinois. All I gotta do is cross the bridge, just a few miles down the road.
All you gotta do is cross that line.
Yeah, but you know what? They're gonna have Indiana state troopers and county cops and all them. They're gonna be waiting right there by the bridge all the time. Like they used to do for Sunday beer, because, you know, back in the day, we couldn't buy Sunday beer until a couple years ago. But Illinois, you could at the gas station that was just straight across the river.
Oh, they have cops watching.
They always had cops watching there every Sunday. Yeah, I'd try to self-pollinate. I'd say just as soon as the weather cools down, you won't have no issue.
Yeah.
But then again, you're going to get into the part where the days are starting to get shorter, and it's going to take everything longer for it to grow.
Do you have any suckers on your plants? Because they will. That's what they call them. That's why they call them suckers, is because they suck the life out of your plant. An extra plant. But if you don't know what a sucker is, like the main stalk of your plant is going up and you got a branch that comes off, a sucker is one of those plants that sit right in the middle of it. And if you cut those off, you can just, you can actually get them to propagate, grab some roots, and then now you got a brand new plant. I do that with aquaponics all the time, because all you have to do is snip it off and aquaponics. The next thing you know.
Hey, Dave, I'm glad you could join us. I appreciate you joining us tonight.
Yeah, I'm on my cell phone. That's really the only digital thing I got, so hopefully it's working all right.
Yeah, your cell phone comes in
clear.
Really clear.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah, I
deal.
really did. I appreciate you joining us.
Yeah.
So where you at again? Bakersfield?
I'm in the me?
Yeah.
I'm in Southwest Rockies, Colorado Rockies.
Okay.
I've been there. What,
See,
like
I've never been.
by Four Corners?
Yeah, just a few miles down the road from the Four Corners.
Nice. I went like, I don't know, 20 or 30 miles north of Four Corners, like paralleling the state line. What was that, with Utah, I guess? And that's where I went.
Yeah.
That's where I got this elk over here.
Oh, nice. Yeah, a lot of good hunting out here.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff in Colorado. That's one of the states that I've always wanted to go, ain't it, Beth? It's like, I want to make it to Colorado at least one time.
I've been out there,
Yeah.
and Pueblo.
Oh, yeah. That's east side of Colorado.
Yeah. We took the road that is. We took that all the way down it in New Mexico. Took a dirt road that brought us back into Colorado, and we went on the game lands. We just parked in a parking lot and then rode our quad up a mountain for like, I don't know, 3/4 of a day to get to our campsite. And we were up at, I think we were camping at like 12,000 feet or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is weird, 'cause, like right now I'm at 0 feet. Like literally I'm at the ocean.
Yeah.
But I never had a hard time breathing. I know a lot of people say they do. I didn't. And we were hiking. We were doing like 15, 25 miles a day, just hiking with all our gear. And
yeah, I work with the government out here, and we always run into people like out on Red Mountain Pass on the $1 Million Highway who have vertigo, kind of have a hard time breathing and getting dizzy out on the highway, that we've had to get ambulance out to them. So I know what that's like.
I know it happens. I've heard of people that it's happened to, but I was expecting it to happen because I smoke. So when I went there, I was like, oh yeah, definitely going to happen to me. You know, higher elevation, I smoke. So combine the two, like it's definitely going to happen. I wandered around for days and days, nothing.
Hey, from Hades, I'm glad you could join us today. If I said that right, Reb knows how to pronounce it better than what I do.
No, that's it. I just call her Hades.
But Dave, Timber wants to know what's up with the Broncos.
Actually, I haven't owned a TV for probably 4 or 5 years, so I don't even know anything about the Broncos or how they're doing.
Nice.
Wow.
I respect that.
Yeah.
That's keeping it real right there.
I have TV.
Yeah.
We don't watch TV though, do we, Beth? We don't.
No.
We don't
have
watch
Netflix and
that's about it. I watch YouTube, and that's about all we watch.
Yeah, I got 2 TVs.
Well, yeah, that's what I do is YouTube.
I got 2 TVs, but they're not, or three TVs, but they're not hooked. None of them are hooked to the cable. I haven't had cable since 2008 or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we don't even have Netflix anymore. We
closed Netflix.
We got Hulu.
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
But you know, like
kids don't even watch TV. They just are on their phones all the time.
Yeah,
so.
they're on the same thing as we are, YouTube all the time, or the kids are playing video games when they're not helping outside with stuff.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't know anything about any football teams or how they're doing.
Oh, I did want to watch a good trick that I learned with trying to watch hockey, which I guess is like my favorite sport, even though like I won't go out of my way to watch a game. But just look for whatever team you want to watch versus whatever team they're playing, and then type in Reddit in a Google search. And then you'll have a Reddit window come up, and people in Reddit, they'll post links to live streams that are like showing the game.
Nice.
And they do it for like every single team too. Cause I was just looking up this year when the Winnipeg Jets were in the playoffs, and I was watching those just cause that's Susie's team. So I was like, what the heck, I'll watch. and they were actually like really awesome games. Even though
I want to say hi to Backyard Gardener. She's another one that's got an awesome gardening channel. She does all kinds of cool stuff up in Michigan. She knows a lot more about growing like fig trees and all kinds of different stuff than what I know about. I can't believe, I learned so much from all these people that do different stuff than what I do. It's amazing that I want to try. And then sometimes I'm pretty limited on what I can try, but these people's she's got an awesome channel.
And what channel is that?
It's Backyard Gardener. She's in the live stream right now. Message in the chat.
I'm gonna have to find it and subscribe.
Yeah, I mean, she's got some really good content. I wish I was as dedicated at my garden as what she is. I want to call myself a lazy gardener. Really,
That's why I started doing aquaponics. That is the lazy man's gardening. You just set it and forget it. Come back when it's harvest time.
Yeah, that's basically what, if you lay a thick layer of mulch in it, you can do the same thing and growing in the soil.
We're really good at the beginning.
Yeah, we're good at the beginning of the year clearing out weeds. You comes July when it gets too hot to not want to go out there, and you're like too hot and you can't even breathe because the humidity's 90-some% and stuff. I don't want to be out there in that. And the medicine I take, it makes me sick to go out in that type of weather.
Yeah, that's got to make it a little tough. But I really enjoy watching your videos of you and your family out there harvesting, even searching through all the tall stuff out there to find your gourds and melons and everything you got growing out there. That was really
I appreciate it. We had a decent harvest out there, even with all the weeds. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, like from watermelons and stuff, it actually shades the watermelons, and you can actually get a decent harvest. I remember years ago watching MPH Gardener, where he had a big wheat. His melons were in a big wheat field, and he had a huge harvest and stuff. So,
well, it rained so much we couldn't get the tractor.
Yeah, that's the main thing is that if it didn't rain. We got all kinds of rain at the beginning of the year, and it flooded everything out. We lost a whole big patch of sweet corn. Couldn't get the tractor out there with the cultivators that we normally do. So at one point, we're not about to go out there with hand hoe and hoe all that stuff out there. And most people probably wouldn't want to neither. And so we was like, heck with it, let it grow. And we ended up getting a decent harvest after all, didn't we?
Yeah, happy Pepper.
That was nice.
You wait till his neighbors fall asleep and then
Yeah, Happy Pepper said he waits till his neighbors fall asleep, then he just helps himself to everything. No, Happy, you got a nice garden. You manicure your stuff a lot better than what I do. If I had the mulch and stuff, I'd really like to use that black fabric mulch that they use, the weed barrier. You know what I'm talking about? It lasts for like 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, I'll give it a couple years. I don't know about 7.
Yeah, especially exposed to the elements. You get some sunlight on that and it kind of beats it down.
Well, you're supposed to put it down and then mulch heavily over top of it. That way the weeds can't get through the cloth, and then the mulch also keeps them from growing too. But
right.
I've always had a hard time with that, man. Grass always gets in there for some reason.
Sometimes best.
Yeah, but Timer 66, family time is nice. But you're not gonna find the kids that want to go out there and pull weeds for an hour or two and something like that too often. Yeah. Like my kids, they wouldn't mind getting on the tractor and weeding or
they like the tractor, they like the mower, they like
they'll do the tractor
cultivating. They like the equipment.
They'll do the equipment part about it, but if it gets down to like actually getting down and pulling the weeds by hand and stuff, they're not up about that, and I don't think most kids are.
Mower, they'll run the mower.
Yeah, they'll mow and stuff, but anything power operated. But when it comes to working on their hands and knees and getting down there and doing the dirty work, They're not up on that.
No.
Nobody's down with
Especially with that amount of stuff. See, we always over plan our stuff. Plan our stuff every year. I mean, but then again, we still get harvest even when we do overplant and the weeds grow up. I mean, is weeds a bad thing or a good thing? You got the weeds covering the soil, saving in the moisture, but then again, you got the weeds sucking out the moisture. So is it a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, it's a debate.
Yeah, and sucking up nutrients and stuff too.
Yeah. But then if
I was going to say, it really depends on your crop. I know out here in Colorado, we have everybody out growing their marijuana fields, and they definitely don't want weeds out in any of that stuff. So they put that weed mat down thick.
Yeah. But see, that's a lot of higher of a value of crop than just some watermelons or some sweet corn or green beans or whatever you got, peppers or tomatoes that you got growing out there. You know, if I was growing some weed, man, I'd grow me some killer weed and I'd actually take care of it like no other.
Yeah.
But, you know, Indiana's so backwards on the laws about that type of stuff that because we're in the Bible Belt, same as what Rev is in North Carolina. That shoot, man, that was one of the things, you know, that got me into gardening and stuff so much. You know, I was like, man, this is my cure to be able to, like, I don't know how you want to say this. Like, I could garden or grow weed, you know, but I couldn't grow weed. So growing vegetables was my other way around it. Because smoking weed was always my medicine for me.
Tomatoes, they grow practically the same as weed.
Yep.
You can master them, you could probably master weed.
Yep.
Or at least come close to it.
Yeah.
I don't know about the newer strains that everybody shoots for about mastering the chemical composition of that stuff. But
yeah, I don't know about that. The ruderalis plants, that's where it don't matter if the daylight's sensitive or not, where they'll bud no matter what the sunlight or whatever. I was like, hell, that'd be an easy plant to grow.
Yeah, and the opposite. If you want to be really good at growing like tomatoes and peppers and stuff like that, watch the weed guys on YouTube because they're like so intricate that if you can pick up on half the knowledge they're putting down, you'll be an expert.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the hydroponic grows that guys have online for their weed plants, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from watching the weed guys for my garden, to be honest with you guys. I was like, man, I can go watch your channel to learn a lot of different organic stuff from what they're doing. Because they're more about it. I mean, they got the money to actually spend because they can make money off their stuff. You know, where I live, you can't make money selling produce or nothing because too many people around where I live in the Midwest grow gardens. You can't even give it away. So, but yeah, I like going and watching all their stuff to learn. You know, when you can make money, like I watch these people. You know, they're market gardeners and stuff, and they're in different parts of the country making $150,000 a year growing vegetables on their quarter acre of land. You're not going to do that where I live. You won't even be able to give the shit away. So, because there's too many people, you know, we live in one, you know, just miles down the road is one of the biggest melon producers in the country, tomatoes and vegetable growers, and then everybody and their brother grows a garden here. So you're either getting stuff gave to you for free, or you can get it really cheap at the grocery store or the farmer's market or the farmer stand down there.
Well, if everybody has fields and stuff as big as you're growing, definitely you could probably not give it away if everybody's grown as much as you are.
Yeah, they are, aren't they, Beth?
Well, they don't grow the same stuff we do.
But they probably don't grow the super hot peppers that we're growing, but you could definitely buy the...
That's always funny when they freeze.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like, and now they're back, but they won't be able to hear us for like 7
the weeds are doing great.
Right.
Yeah,
You're back.
see, Backyard Gardeners just said that most of the stuff she used for fertilizers for cannabis. That's how I learned about worm castings and stuff, was from the medical marijuana people, was worm casting. And that's where I started worm bins. Like, shoot, we've been doing that. Our first worm bins was even before we had YouTube and stuff. We was doing worm bins and stuff. And I'm watching these people. It's like, heck, I've been doing that stuff for years. But then I did a lot of research and read books at the library and stuff about all kinds of stuff, and wanted to learn everything I could about gardening. I used to have stacks of gardening books where I'd learn all kinds of stuff, wouldn't I, Beth?
Almost all of my gardening knowledge. I have one book, The Square Foot Gardener, and then everything else I learned from watching YouTube videos.
Oh, really? See, I learned so much from reading books back in the day, before all the YouTube and stuff, because I try to learn everything I could. Now I'm sure most of that's all out. That was 90s and early 2000s. I'm sure a lot of that's outdated and stuff now. But I remember reading about like double digging beds and all that stuff years ago, and how to build greenhouses on the south side of your house and all that, like years ago, before the YouTube and internet was popular. And like out this window right here, we got a greenhouse the whole side of our house that I built 12 years ago. I mean, it's looking rough now. We use that corrugated plastic, you know what I'm saying? Polycarbonate panels or whatever. So now it's starting to get faded and stuff, but it's 12 years old. But I learned about all that stuff years ago, before the YouTube and the internet.
And how much land do you grow on, Rev?
Later, Happy.
I'm on 1.5 acres, but I don't grow on the entire thing.
No. See, and that's our problem right now, is my wife and I, we rent, so all of our stuff that we grow has got to be in pots, and most of it's got to be indoors right now. So until we actually get our own place, everything's in our one southern-facing window.
Dave, Timber 66 asked you, do you guys have flower field 1,000 acres once from land now, fields of flowers of the thunk?
Who would have thunk it?
Or would have thunk it. There you go. I have a hard time seeing it from here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what exactly that question is.
Basically, I'm thinking you got 1,000 acres of marijuana growing by you.
We've got pot farms everywhere out here. Every time anybody asks, I like to tell them it's like the Matrix, where Morpheus is telling them, it's like fields, endless fields. I drive a truck, so anywhere I drive in the state, that's all you smell is pot growing everywhere. We've got acres and acres and just fields of pot everywhere.
Yep. See.
Oh, crap.
Okay, Pappy, thank you.
He's going on a walk.
Yeah, he's taking his dog for a walk.
He was going to bed. He should get his butt in here.
But was you originally from Colorado?
I'm happy, though.
Dave?
Yeah, I was actually born and raised around this area where I'm at now, so local to the area here.
Yeah. So for you growing up now and stuff, is pop seem pretty like the norm now? Because, here you're still kind of taboo to talk about and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, when I was growing up, pot was already a pretty big deal. It just, you really tried not to get busted with it. And then they legalized it, and now it's just everywhere. So I don't think it was ever really too big of a deal to talk about. it seemed like growing up, all of the contractors, anybody who did any kind of construction, always had pot. So I don't know. It was a
Great job I've ever been on. It's like, all right, we're meeting. Like, okay, this is what we plan on getting done for the day. All right, well, here, hit this bull while I tell you. And all right, we're gonna go ahead and rip this roof off, and we're gonna put a brand new roof on. All right, you done hitting that? All right, let's go to work.
yeah. That's pretty much exactly how it was.
Staples of taboo. You never talked about it. You didn't want management to know, even have a clue about it or nothing. And everything was under the table, and you really was scared to tell anybody that you smoked pot or anything about it.
Yeah, no, it was never really that big of a deal here in Colorado. Not that I knew of, anyways.
It's never that big of a deal on a construction job, I'll tell you that much, because everyone I've ever had, we had scheduled breaks to make sure we could go and get high. Like,
I remember when I worked at Hardee's as a teenager. I worked there from like 16 to 20 or something like that. We'd go out to dumpster to take out trash, and we'd be out there smoking to go take out the trash.
Man, like I worked in a restaurant. We had a 55-gallon trash can, so it would take a dolly and 3 people to take the trash can out, and it was wet because it would be in the dish room. So it was like a running joke, like, "Hey man, you just want to help me with this trash? Yeah, I'll give you a hand." Like, take that sucker out there, and the next thing you know, you're out there for 10 minutes. Like,
yeah,
I never understood construction workers because I worked in construction for a long time, and there's no way I could ever smoke and be walking trusses or walking walls.
Oh no.
I would just never get used to that.
It makes you good at it, man. I've done that while roofing and stuff. Like, I've never fallen off a roof. Not saying I never will, but I never did. I've been on a bunch of different jobs.
Well, you're more aware when you're high, though. I mean, everything's like you're more concentrated on stuff like driving and everything. It's not like drinking alcohol or
you're reckless.
Yeah, you're reckless and do stuff that you wouldn't have normally done when you're doing it. And
I guess that depends on the person, and that's probably why I don't drink or smoke or anything anymore. Yeah. So
that's pretty cool to me. More power to you for all that.
I had all my fun in high school and my younger years, so.
Trimmer 66. I'm glad you could join us tonight. You'll have to hook up with Dave. He's from Colorado, same as you are. Trimmer 66. He was posting videos about the fires and stuff that they was having there in Colorado. That was by him.
Yeah, I wonder which ones, because we had quite a few this not this year, but last year we had quite a few big fires. So.
Yeah, backyard garden. There's a ton of strands of cannabis going on. And my favorite was skunk.
Yeah,
growing up. I mean,
strains as there are peppers.
Yeah, like skunk back in the day. If you got something that smelled like you're sucking on a skunk's butt, you know it was going to be good. And I know that like they've actually bred that.
Froze again.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't think that's ever happened to me.
Where you froze like that?
Okay, we're back. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm coming up on 2 years of live streams, almost, I don't know, anywhere from 1 to 7 times a week. That's my own.
Man.
No, back.
Gosh.
But Backyard Gardener, she was talking about the different strains and stuff. Yeah, I actually looked through these cannabis seed companies, and it was reading up on all these different strains. Like, man, they make it sound all good. It's like, man, I'd like to try half of what all those were doing. For me,
it's kind of crazy.
I was gonna say, I got psoriatic arthritis, and I'm very limited on what I can do. I've lost I've had both of my hips replaced, and I got degenerative disc in my back, and I'm limited. I can work outside for like, well, I pick peppers for 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm in pain and have to go back in and relax. So if I had cannabis actually helps me to where I can go out and do stuff for a little longer and relieve a lot of the pain. And I don't take pain medications and stuff. I do have to I do take like a chemo medicine for it that like to slow down what I've got, but I don't want to take the pain medicines and stuff they got me on. How many people around me died from taking pain medications? But they could give me cannabis and it helps me out tremendously. I just can't afford it.
I was gonna say it was kind of hard. It was kind of weird growing up. You know, you really had to search for marijuana, even though it wasn't that big of a deal. But now it seems like there's a store on every corner where you could just walk in and you got whatever you want sitting right there on a counter.
Here. I so wish I wish that was here because it helps me so much, like physically, mentally, and stuff. That it actually makes my day. It's been a while since I smoked any because I don't know very many people and don't got the connections, and it's illegal here, so I don't do it.
Right. Yeah.
But anytime I do it,
not even to smoke it. They have all the edibles and everything that'll get you to that same area without even having to smoke it. So, and they have patches and with the oils and everything. I know some family members of mine actually benefited from the patches that help with pain. So
yeah,
there's a lot of stuff that it does good for a lot of people.
Well, then you got people with epilepsy and stuff that it helps out a lot too. They did that. What was that? Charlotte's Web for that little girl that had the epilepsy was having so many seizures a day, and then that knocked from her taking that smoking that. It took it from hardly any seizures whatsoever.
They're not smoking it.
No, but they was giving it to the girl. Yeah. I don't know that she wasn't smoking it. You know what I'm talking about? Charlotte's Web or whatever for that little girl with epilepsy. They've had all kinds of documentaries on it.
Well, that one boy here in town.
Oh, they got a boy in town. They actually
they took part of his brain out, where they thought he was having seizures from.
But the weed actually helped him. Oh, weed, but the
CBD.
The CBD helped him, and he was in real bad shape. And he's been in. I mean, it's helped him out tremendously.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, so Backyard Gardener, she's in Michigan, so she's licensed to be able to grow for him, her son. The oil, yeah, it helps. Yeah, see, I've heard that a lot too. I think somebody else has told me, like for my hips and different joints and stuff, for my psoriatic arthritis, that would really help all my joints if I bought the hemp oils and different things. So I don't know. I've never tried.
So she has a license to grow. See, here in Colorado, I don't think you need a license. It's just legal for you to grow for yourself for personal use.
Yeah. See, I wish here in Indiana we're so backwards.
Yeah, that's how it is in Canada. I can't remember how many you can grow, but it's only like 10 or something like that, or maybe less. Maybe it's 5.
She also said Gorilla Glue and cookies. Man, those are 2 strains I still want to try some of these times. I ain't never got to try none of those. I've heard all kinds of people talk about those.
I've had Grape Ape. I think I've had Gorilla Glue, but I've never had Girl Scout cookies.
I had
just like I've never had cheese.
I don't remember what the name of it was. Purple Urkel or something like that back in the early 2000s, late 90s. And it actually tasted like blueberries and...
Yep.
Froze again.
Yeah. I would be on the phone with my internet provider so much.
Oh, my phone.
There.
Oh, my charger sucks.
You guys got back quicker that time.
Yeah. They're still waiting. All right, now you should be good.
Yeah, I'm back. Backyard gardener said the more patience that you have, the more that you can grow.
Yeah, I've seen all the new names for all the new strands. I don't even know anything about all that stuff anymore. Like when I was growing up, the hottest thing out was like AK-47, and I think that's been left in the dust by probably 800 new strands.
Oh, I love this Tiva brands, man. They'll hype you up and make you feel good for the day. And then you smoke an indica at night to make you go to bed. But
Right.
the Tiva's always made you feel good.
What's up?
I just wish I could experiment. I'd like to know what I'd be able to give me the option to be able to do all this and do my experiments with like organic type growing with it and see what I can do. Oh, Soapson says,
Yeah, what's up, Spring and Larry?
I'm in I can't even speak now.
Soapson says, do you guys want to join? That's another great channel.
She said she didn't want to. She's not feeling very good.
Oh, okay.
I really wish she would because I love that girl.
You love the Goonie shirt. I did too. I noticed that too. That was one of my favorite. Me and Beth.
Oh, the Goonies are the best.
Yeah. So, Dave, how old are you? I know me and Rebs, we're both 41.
I'll be 39 in January.
Oh, so you're right there with us too then.
Yeah.
Grew up in the same era. That's
Pretty
awesome.
close, yeah.
You call that the good old days.
Yeah, it was. For us, it was anyhow.
Technically grew up before the internet actually blew up.
Yeah.
I remember when I was like,
phones were around, so yeah.
I was like one of the first people I knew that had a cell phone.
Oh, yeah, dang.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I got that sucker. It was $100
in my 20s when the first time I got a cell phone.
Oh, no, I was
16.
But I'm a lot older than you are.
So about that time, I had to buy my own, and it was just like a crappy
flip phone.
Yeah, I had a beeper for a long time, and then one day I was like, you know what? Heck with this beeper thing, man. Let's just go straight for the cell phone. And I Sprint PCS way back when they were called PCS way back then.
You know, it's expensive too, wasn't it? It cost you like $70 or $80.
No, it cost me $100 a month, and I got, I forget how many minutes. Like, I think it was over 100. I think it was like 200 minutes or something like that. I don't know. But I was like, I'm only going to use it in emergency situations. I used it all the time, never went over. People would use it to call like rides and stuff like that. I never went over. So whatever the minutes were, but I wasn't like on the phone all the time. I would just pick up the phone, call them like, hey, we're going to come meet you, walk outside. We'll be there in like 4 minutes and hang up, like all like 1 minute calls.
Yeah. So
we only had our landline, and then if we were in town, we had to find the one payphone in town and try to make our collect call if we didn't have change. And
I say that about collect calls, like make a collect call and don't accept it, and then just.
I have to say something. Soap.
Yeah.
Remember the card?
She looks much better than us.
I used to have the phone card where you'd sit there and put in 14 to 24 numbers before you actually would put in the number that you actually wanted to dial. Like it would take forever to do all that stuff.
You look hot. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even find a cell or a payphone anywhere around me. Like you can see where they used to be, but they haven't been there for years. Yeah. Oh, where the heck was I think it was in Canada. Like I actually got video of it. I was like, look, cell phone. Look, payphones. Like I haven't seen a payphone in years, man. Like 2 decades.
Yeah, I remember payphones. You know what we'd do? We'd call collect, and we'd say from Aaric, and then then they'd hang up, and they'd know what number to call back from. Like my mom would call me back, like because my parents were divorced and stuff. So I'd be like, "This is Aaric," and she'd call, and then she was like, "No, I can't accept it." But then she'd call me right back because it was a lot cheaper than doing that.
Or like when I would ask you, like after the tone, say your name, and it beep. I'm done with practice. Pick me up. Like
yeah.
Nokia cell phone.
Backyard gardener, that Nokia cell phone. That first cell phone I got was maybe that big as a Nokia cell phone, like a little brick.
Yeah. Keep them entertained. I'll be right
back. I'm talking to people.
My first cell phone was one of my best cell phones ever. That thing was indestructible. I dropped it in water. I dropped it in snow. I dropped it in slush, rain puddles. I dropped it in everything. That thing never died. I remember I'd always set it on my lap, and I'd get out of my car, and it'd be like snowing out and everything, and it'd drop to the ground, and somehow I'd like kick it, and it would go flying across the parking lot, and like a battery would fall out, like it'd be in pieces. I just bring it back, like let it dry out, throw the battery back.
Traveling around the world. What's going on? Yeah, my first phone was a Nokia phone too. It was like one of those little ones.
Mine was like some weird Sprint PCS where like I don't know. It was like a brick, really. I mean, it was like that thick by like that wide by I don't know, like cell phone length, you know. But like to use it, it was like the keypad was always locked. Unless you took the speaker or the earphone thing and slid it up, like the whole top like third of the phone right up. Yeah, that was the best phone ever. I only went through 2 of them in like years and years.
We're doing good. Just chatting.
Yeah, try dropping one of these new phones off your lap as you get out of your car and kick it across a parking lot. Be able to put it back together and use it.
I have a crappy like. Just cheap Android phone. My kids all have like iPhones and
that one I got, Beth.
Aaric has no phone. He doesn't like phones.
I got a Note 5 because it's like the biggest screen you can get. Well, for this version, like I didn't upgrade yet.
Nah, I've got a cheapy phone.
Yeah, I have a cheapy.
But it works for what I need it for.
Right, exactly. Mine, I've dropped mine a million times. The screen is all cracked a bit. What? Avery's, our oldest son's been through like 3 iPhones, and all my kids have iPhones except for the little boys. The 2 youngest ones, they have just cheapy phones too. But apparently, everybody has phones these days.
Yeah.
Until my last job where they gave me an iPhone, that was the first, and their whole fleet of iPhones, which was weird because they were company phones and you would just sign one out and go use it. If it broke, like, whatever, you know, kind of thing. But those were the first, I don't know, I guess it was 5 or 6 iPhones that I've ever seen that didn't have cracked screens. Every iPhone owner I know has cracked screens. It's the craziest thing. I mean, I remember this one. It was spider web from like right here. Like the entire screen was spider web. I mean, you can still see, but like the entire screen, like every square centimeter had a crack in it. Which I don't know how people can. Oh, he froze again. I don't know how people can live with themselves with that thing, man. Like these are I have my other one in my in my room, but these are my last 2 phones. I had this one for like 4 years, and this one I've had for like a year. Never had a crack in either one. Well, actually, yep.
I'm back. But Backyard Gardener said she had singular wireless and didn't want to use the screen after 6. I remember that stuff, and you would get hammered if you used it after like 6 or after 6 or before 6 or whatever it was, or you got to use it in the evenings or whatever, whenever the free time was. If you didn't use it on that free time, you'd get all kinds of
I never had that, but I remember getting yelled at by people saying, "Why are you calling me? Like, you call me after 6 or whatever."
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
That's it. After 6. Hi, Italian around the world. How's it going? I'm glad you joined us tonight.
Yeah, my minutes. I remember that was the first time I ever had long distance. Like, it didn't matter who I called in the continental U.S. It was the same. I could call my neighbor or I could call my aunt in California across the whole, U.S. and it was the same price per minute.
Yeah. You remember when I was a kid growing up, it's like long distance call. You better not make no long distance call. It was almost a sin to make a long distance call to anybody. Oh man, that was something you'd get your butt whipped over if you tried to call anybody long distance.
Let alone
racking up the phone bill.
Yeah, let alone a 1-800 or 1-900 number or any of those. Like, that was like, no, you do not call. Like, you better ask mom's permission. She better like write it down in writing and stuff, so that when the phone bill gets here, you can show her and prove it to her.
Growing up, it's like in certain towns you could call a bunch of other different towns where you live. Where I lived in Sullivan, you could call Sullivan, and that was it. But when we lived in Linton, you could call all these other towns, and it wouldn't cost nothing. Boy, you better not make a long distance phone call, 10 miles away to somebody, because it was going to cost 25 cents a minute or something stupid like that, or 15 cents a minute.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that too, or no?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, getting the butt chewing for racking up long distance calls on the phone bill. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's like we can call anywhere we want. We pay just one set fee for our internet and phone, and
that was ridiculous.
Yeah, we still pay about over $100 and something.
About $135.
$135, for our phone and internet.
Well, and then with a smartphone, if you have good service anywhere, you can video chat with anybody in the world, pretty much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then it's free, basically it's like we're chatting right now. You're in Colorado, Rev's in North Carolina, I'm in Indiana. And look, that's free to us. If somebody joined us from, let's say, Australia or England or China or whatever, and it's free to us to have a good time, and we can see each other face to face, and that's awesome.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would have never dreamed of this growing up, doing stuff like this.
Now, does Dave have kids? He does.
Dave, you got kids?
Yes, he had.
Yeah, he is. I know he has.
No.
A 6-year-old? No.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember.
And Happy Pepper.
I do not have kids, no.
No.
Okay.
Not yet, anyways.
Are you married?
I am married, yes. We just celebrated, we're fairly newlyweds. We just celebrated 4 years a couple days ago.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Like, we just found out, like, Beth's brother, him and his wife just got married. They're a lot younger than what? They're in their early 20s.
But they're not in their 20s. Joey's 30.
Oh, is he 30 now?
Yeah, he's 30.
Well, time passes by. He was just a little kid when we got together. But anyhow, he did that celebration. He popped the balloon to see what they was having or whatever.
He shot it with a bow.
Shot it with a bow, and it popped out blue or pink.
Today.
Yeah, today.
Gender reveal?
Yeah, the gender reveal. That's what it's called.
I'm going to have a nephew.
Yeah, they're having a boy, which was pretty cool.
Congratulations. I just found out that one of my younger sisters is going to have another baby girl. That'll be my fourth niece.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I think I'm probably tapped out over here. I think my sister, she had 3 kids, so I'm pretty sure she's not going to have any more.
Happy Pepper said he spliced his phone line with his neighbors and stuff. We used to get free cable like that back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Well, not only that,
the kids from my dad and their neighbors.
I learned how to steal cable, and it was the simplest dang thing you've ever seen in your life. You go out to the cable box, and it had like their stupid little like thing that was on there to like prevent you from getting in there. You just take wire cutters and snip it, take it right off, open up the box, and inside Literally, it was a coax cable and like a coax nut, and you just put it in there and screw it on, and now you had cable. Like literally, that's how they prevented you from having cable back in the day. Like I remember I learned this from a guy that he worked for the cable company. He's like, let me show you, hang on. And like we were at my girlfriend's house and we went outside and because she didn't have cable, and he just cut the thing opened it up and plugged it in. Like literally that's all he did. And we were like, what? There's no way it's that simple. He put it back together, made it look like the lock was still on there and everything because he knew how to cut it and everything. Put that sucker back on there. We went inside and we had cable for months, man. Like nobody ever came around to check on it either.
I remember back when they had the big dish satellites and stuff, and people would have these blockers and stuff, and they'd get all kinds of different channels and stuff by using these. They'd pay so much money for these like blocker things and stuff. Do you guys remember that? I don't remember much about it because we didn't have it, but I remember my friends all having it.
My neighbor had like one of those giant ones, like 26-foot around satellite dish, like the giant one. Yeah, he got like every channel.
And you had you had like 400 or 500 different channels. And if you got one of these blockers, you could watch all the like HBO, Cinemax, and porn and everything and stuff. Well, you could. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if you had that certain blocker deal, I don't know, because we didn't have it. All we did was just always had cable. But my buddies, I'd go to my buddy's house and they'd have that type of stuff.
Yeah, you know they're like the size of a PlayStation box or something like that. And like a D-scrambler.
Yeah, D-scrambler. Yeah, there you go.
I remember those. Yeah, there were always like blueprints that you could find in the early days of the internet of how to build your own. And it was like, go to Radio Shack and buy this diode and this transistor and this, like all this crap, and then buy this case and this board and blah, blah, blah. And then we'll give you the rest of the instructions once you're done.
I travel around the world. I'm glad you could join us tonight. We're chatting about a little bit about everything, really.
But we're such the Bible Belt that you can't get any of those porn type channels here. Like back when I had TV, I had the option to get like Playboy Channel and I forget. There was like hardcore porn channels and stuff like that. And as a joke, I was like, screw it. I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can get it. And it kept coming up blocked in your area. Like even the Playboy Channel, I'm like, man, that's not even a real channel, man. Like that, you can't even classify that as porn. It's just like a channel with girls with their boobs hanging out.
I looked on HBO when I was growing up, Real Sex. Take 1 or Take 2 or 3 or whatever they're at, probably by now about 100 and something. But that's what I was always ready for. You know, I'd stay up late at night just so I could be able to watch the Real Sex on HBO.
Oh my God.
I'm a weirdo, I guess.
Well, it was better than the Sears catalog, Beth.
There were some hot chicks in there now. Come on.
Or the People magazine or whatever it was. Different magazines my mom got. I don't know.
Oh, I don't even want to know.
He was always lucky. I remember when I was a kid, my grandpa, he kept his stuff in a combine, and I found it. And he was like, oh, I found that when I was driving down the road.
Okay, I have to tell a story. I have to tell a story. Can I tell a story?
You can tell a story.
Okay. After my dad died, we kept a box of his stuff. Avery was like, what? He found the raincoat. We told him his raincoat.
Oh, no, he was probably like 4 or 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5. No, he was probably 5 or 6.
Maybe, yeah.
Avery was like 5 or 6. He brings out a condom.
Albert Dad's stuff that after he passed away, he had found when he was just a little kid.
He was like, what is this? We were like, that's a raincoat.
Yeah.
It's like a raincoat for what? I was like, a raincoat, you put it on your head. He tried to put the freaking condom on his head.
I mean, what do you do when they find stuff like that? Because
Yeah.
well, I mean, because we had boxes of stuff from when her dad passed away that was upstairs and stuff. Like they need, you know, when you get about 5 or 6, they start getting nosy and wanting to go through everything. It's like, and you're not old enough to really tell them.
Oh,
exactly.
he still thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's almost 15 now.
Yeah.
He still remembers us telling him that story. It was a raincoat.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you want to keep the rain out, and sometimes you want to keep the rain in.
People on the chats probably think, "Man, what a bunch of weirdos."
Eric and I are keeping the rain in from now on.
Yeah, we got too many kids, or just enough kids.
We got the perfect amount of kids.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe that's what I should have said. But we wanted a big family all the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just had my brother. Beth had a big family growing up, so we wanted.
I had 2 brothers, but my mom always babysat.
Yeah.
So I grew up with at least 6 kids in our house.
Yeah, running around and stuff when she was babysitting. So we always wanted a big family and stuff, and we got a big family.
Acre was a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, our last kid was a surprise because our youngest before him, he's 6. He was 5 when we had it.
He's not 6.
Oh, he's 7. He was 6
7.
when we had him, and our baby was a little surprise to us.
Yeah, because we have a freshman.
Yeah.
And then we have
An 8th grader, a 7th grader, a 2nd grader, and a 1st grader, and a baby,
and a 9-month-old.
Rain.
Dave's comments.
Yeah, I don't like raincoats neither, or I wouldn't have had 6 kids.
Yeah, we can tell.
Like, I could touch him, and then, I don't actually want to.
You better not touch me.
Right, see?
Pregnant again.
Yes, exactly.
You know, even as big as families are nowadays, it's just nothing compares to the way it used to be. I mean, my grandparents had 13 kids, and
Yeah.
it's like, holy moly.
You know, I wish it was back the way it was, like in the 50s, where the grandparents lived in the same house, and aunts and uncles, and everybody lived in the same, either in the same house or next door and stuff. I wish it was like that again. I like that type of stuff, and everybody helped out on the garden or the farm or whatever it was. You know, I should have been born in the 50s, 40s or 50s or something.
And then everybody's in each other's business, and
Yeah.
there's a family fight every night at dinner, and
Yeah.
But you were so close, it didn't matter.
Yeah. You could have fought. You could have fought that day. Then an hour later, you guys is family and loved each other again. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Just like my boys, my 2 youngest boys, they could be fighting.
I thought it was coming on.
Wah, wah.
Oh, you even saw that coming too, dog?
Families. That's.
See, no pupper. What
Yeah.
I need to talk to her.
Take a second or two.
Okay.
All right, yeah, you're good.
And she has 30 grandkids.
Even my dog saw that coming on.
Okay, I have to say something to Bell Pepper. Because that is awesome. Right there.
Yeah. She said she's got 5
kids. Oldest is 23, youngest is 5. Props.
Yeah, and got 3 grandkids.
Yeah.
That's
Because our oldest will be 15, and our youngest is 9 months.
9 months old, so.
Yeah. That's
23 and 5 for Bell Prepper. I know my I think the age gap between me and my youngest sibling is 28 years.
Oh,
wow.
dang.
Yeah.
See, my dad, he was the youngest of, I think they had 6 kids. My grandma had 6 kids too. And he says he lived in a family of 6 alone because they was so much older when he was born. His older brothers and sisters all graduating high school and starting kids of their own.
Right. Yeah.
That's how my dad was. He was the youngest of like 7 or 8 or something like that. And he was an uncle at 3. His sister had a kid while he was 3.
Yeah. My youngest sibling, my youngest sister, she's I think a year or 2 older than my nephew, something like that. So yeah, it's great. They don't even know her as Aunt. They just call her by her name. They're basically the same age. So
yeah.
When I moved here, I moved in with my aunt's youngest child who like grew up with my dad. So they were like brothers, but even though he was the uncle and that was the nephew. And then I move here and everybody's like, oh, so you're Uncle Bill. I'm like, nah, that's not my uncle. That's my cousin, man. Like, I don't know what the heck you keep saying uncle for.
yeah.
It's like my cousins on my dad's side, they're so much older than me and my brother. We never even had a connection ever because they were so much older, though. Because my grandma was actually 40 years old when she had my dad. And so all his brothers and sisters was all, starting to have kids and stuff. It was like, I don't know none of them at all. Heck, their kids are about my age, Well,
it just makes me feel old because Avery will be 15, and then we have the baby. He'll be 10 months old.
Yeah.
We're gonna be old when he graduates, or
because when I had him, I was 40 years old. And at 40 years old, you don't really plan on having a baby. Most 40-year-olds has already got grandkids by then. Do they not?
He's been the best thing that's ever happened to us.
Yeah.
Seriously.
He's been one of our best babies so far.
Yeah. And all the older kids help so much.
That's what makes it better. It's like the older kids all they take care of him a lot.
They help so much.
I don't know what age my mom was when she became a grandma.
Like when my mom was 20 when she had me. She was 38 years old when I graduated. Man, I'm already 40 years old. Well, 41 years old. And my oldest is still not graduated, because I started later in life.
Till you find the perfect person.
Yeah, find the right one.
I think my mom got married at 20, but had me at 21. I know she couldn't legally drink at her own wedding.
Happy Pepper said he's the youngest of 7 brothers, and they're all pretty close.
Yeah. So. Well, that's good. I know my family. I'm come from a Hispanic Catholic family, so we're all pretty. It's a pretty huge family. I've got 50 something cousins, and we all have a get together every year. So
that'd be awesome.
Everybody's pretty close, and it's kind of like you were saying, Eric. I mean, my grandma lives in one house, but like right down the street, I have 3 cousins that live there, and all of her kids pretty much live in the area of where she's at. So they all help her out with chores and whatever else, and everybody talks to everybody. So it's
best Catholic.
Pretty nice in that respect.
Yep.
Best Catholic.
I was baptized Catholic.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I don't know too much about the Catholic. I was baptized first.
That's just becoming a running joke.
Have a good night, David. Hey, thanks for your subscription too, even though I don't have any videos or anything on my channel. Thanks for subscribing.
Later, Dave. Or David.
I feel kind of bad that I even get people subscribing to my channel or whatever, to my YouTube, because I don't have any kind of videos or anything like that.
Yeah, you need to start making videos. I want to say night to Dave Carlisle real quick. Man, I really do appreciate you joining us tonight. I'm glad that people would actually come on and join our live streams and stuff. But you need to start making videos, man. I'd be watching them.
Yeah, I just don't have anything really that I can make videos of. I just work, all the time, and when I come home, it's just relaxed time. So,
yeah.
There's stuff you can make videos about. I just looked. I have 1,222 videos up.
This makes stuff. I woke up this morning.
About that?
This is kind of crazy. I woke up this morning, and I had a video. Yeah, I don't know how all this works out, Rev. You've been on YouTube a lot longer than I have. I had a video that was trimming trees with a helicopter, where they was on my land, going by me and trimming the trees with the helicopter. I wake up this morning with 1,300 views of it.
Mm-hmm.
How's that happen all of a sudden? I had like 60 views or something. It
was 118.
I had 118 views, and I wake up this morning and check my analytics, and I had 1,300 views.
Yeah, that's what they call going viral. As small as it is, like for me and you, like, I mean, obviously it's way bigger. Like they'll get millions of views for other people, but for me and you, no, that's the kind of stuff that happens. Like you find a niche that people want to watch.
1,400.
They freaking
1,400 now.
Yeah, now it's a 1,400.
Now, how am I getting all these views all of a sudden? Where
we don't understand where this is coming from.
I did it August 5th, and I just had just 60 views on. And I wake up this morning, all of a sudden my analytics blew up with 1,300 views.
Yeah, that's what people want to see.
Oh, I mean, did somebody share it out, or how all of a sudden I get 1,300 views? Is somebody in China?
It was 118.
Yeah, from 118 views to 1,300 views today.
Yeah, well, somebody found it
and shared it out, or what went on?
They could have shared it. It could have just been like hive mind mentality, where a bunch of people found it all at the same time. Like because one person found it, another person was searching for something close to it, and it popped up in their suggestions. And because somebody else, like a bunch of other people were watching it, now all of a sudden it's more popular. And yeah,
I think that's how a lot of it works, is word of mouth. Hey, check this video out.
And it doesn't even have to be that.
It went from 118 views to
1,300. I had 1,300 views when I woke up this morning.
Yeah, from 118.
It doesn't even have to be word of mouth. Just because like a couple people saw it, now it'll pop in other people's suggested when they're looking for a video. And then they're like, well, I want to check that out. And then they check it out. And now it becomes even more of a suggested video. Yeah, I've had a bunch of videos like that do that.
Oh, Bumblebee Junction's in here. That's another great channel right there. If you haven't checked them out, man, they've got awesome content about gardening and stuff.
That's like I was saying the other day. Like I have videos, I'll put it out, and like people that are subscribed to me, they do not care about me working on my truck. I will put out a video and it'll have 17 views in like 48 hours or something like that. They do not care. And then like 3 months later, it's got like 3,500 views. And like a couple months later, it's got 15,000 views and stuff like that. Like, no, the internet cares. Just your subscribers don't care. That's why I tell people, like, don't base it on what your subscribers are doing. You'll get subscribers when you get the views. Just make videos you feel like and then put them up. If people don't watch them, don't get discouraged. Because I put out a video, I forget, I got like, I think it was like 15 views or something like that. That sucker's got like 42,000 views right now. And that was just a couple months ago, or a couple years ago. It was like 2 summers ago.
Yep, Bumblebee Junction. He just had a good thing is that people are searching on it because another one on Facebook did, or somebody posted a video on it and went going viral on Facebook and found it.
Yep.
Have a good night, Pam.
Yep.
Later, Pam.
Later, Pam. I'm glad you could join us tonight.
Yep. The one video I've got, that sucker, I mean, I'm so proud of that video just because like the amount of comments that are in there, every single one of them is positive. Like I've been on YouTube long enough to know that you're going to get some thumbs down. You're going to get some hate mail. You're going to get like all that different death threats. And I got a folder on my
trolls.
Oh, always trolls. But I got a folder on my computer of just all the death threats I've ever got. Like I just find it funny. But this video, if you go to Google and type in 3-sided LED, my video is #1. That's on Google, not on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, it is #1. But no, I'm most proud of that. Like every single comment is, I was trying to figure this out, couldn't figure it out. I found your video and now I've got it working. And it's all about like how to adjust your 3-sided LED light. And it just so happened there was no information on YouTube at the time. I put out a video, people started finding it because they wanted the information too. Because I got the headlights, but they didn't come with the directions. So I had to figure it out myself. And once I figured it out, I was like, I might as well make a video. So I put a video out, and then like, I don't even know how many views I've got on that one. But
Bumblebee Junction, he just put, my trolls have trolls. Yeah, I haven't had a troll yet. I've had a few weird comments and stuff, but that's about it. Like, I want your channel and stuff like that. But other than that, then I get these people from another country that'll type me something that I totally don't understand what they've said.
Or what you said the other night when my thumb freaking went
Oh,
off.
yeah, because I said I got a bunch of lemon starburst seeds. And
don't say it again.
That I'd give a bunch away, and Beth's phone blew up because I said that.
Yeah, like people were searching. Yeah, phone freaking blew up.
Well, I know Kangstar seeds are like highly desirable. So
yeah, it made me feel good when he was on the live stream tonight and he was shouting me out. Actually,
yeah, that was pretty awesome. Yeah.
I actually picked up quite a few subs today where people was like, I seen you on Kingstar shouting you out on the live stream and started subbing to me. I was like, well, that made me feel pretty good.
We have lots of seeds.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We got a lot of seeds. Don't mean we got the money to ship them out, though, does it?
No, I told her, I was like, if anybody wants seeds anymore, they have to send us an envelope, self-addressed
stamped envelope.
Yeah. Because, I literally got thousands of seeds from the Starburst plant.
Well, yeah, your plant is huge, so.
Yeah, I don't even know who's winning that right now.
You say I'm almost outside.
Yeah, has anybody else seen much about it?
I remember seeing a post like a couple months ago, but I haven't seen any updates on it. Have a good night, Belle.
what?
Yep. Take care, Bell Peppers. I appreciate you joining us tonight. Do you guys know Bumblebee Junction that's in the chat? Because him and Tina, they grow an amazing garden. It's Mark and Tina. He's a retired veteran, and he's got an amazing garden. You got the guys got just sub to them because they're awesome. I usually don't.
Is that the channel Bumblebee Junction?
Yep. It actually, if you click the 3 dots right there by their name or whatever, it'll lead you straight to their channel.
Oh, awesome!
They're amazing gardeners. They're down in Tennessee. You should have seen these sweet potatoes, man. They was like huge. They was pulling out of these beds on one of their videos. I was like, man, I told him in one of my comments, I was like, man, you need to enter a contest on your sweet potatoes somehow, because they're massive. But he's got these beds and he builds them with the super soil and stuff, where it's real loose and fertile and stuff. So, stuff's going to grow big and stuff like that.
Right.
And it's just massive sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I have this mod.
Yeah, can you do it on your phone? I can't do it from...
Oh.
I'd add you as a mod, Bumblebee Jungle. But the StreamYards, you can't add people as mods. But if I try to go to the YouTube part of it, my computer's too slow to actually go back and forth between the two. I don't know if you can just go into...
Welcome back, Travel Around.
Yeah.
I have to be on yours.
Hey, maybe I can do it after the stream ends and go and add people as mods. See, I'm not too good on the computer stuff. Like I was saying, I only started making videos for the kids, and like Rev told me to start making videos and stuff. It's like I just started because I was friends with a lot of people. I came across Rev's video one time. I was watching JT Bear's videos, and it recommended Rev Toe's live stream on the suggestions on the side of the screen there, and I was like, well, let me see what it was called. Something about pepper. So it was like, man, I'm going to click onto this and see what all these guys. Next thing I know, man, I'm in the pepper lovers community and joining and learning all this stuff about super hot peppers and stuff, and get tons of seeds sent to me and stuff. I was like, man, this is pretty cool. And this is at the time when I was like in my bed and I was yeah, if anybody wants to join, Mark from Bumblebee Junction, if you want to join us, you'd be more than welcome. I'm going to send the link right here. But
flash forward a couple months or years or whatever, and there I am meeting JT Bear in person.
Yeah.
I was in Canada meeting him, and actually showed up in my hotel room one morning while I was like half drunk.
But, it's pretty neat to be able to, treated me like, oh, I was just like a regular person in these chats, and what, like, people wasn't bigger than what I was or too famous to,
Oh, yeah. Rev is lighter flipping.
Lighter flip, yeah. Yeah.
It's a tick.
All right, guys. Well, I think I'm about to be off here.
Yeah, we're not too far off neither. We've been on here almost going on 2 hours and stuff too. What time is it here? Like 2:30.
Yeah.
Well, we thought, man, the kids went to bed. I'd go live. Most of your minutes get racked up for me anyhow from live streams.
Right.
I'm getting to that close to getting to that 1,000 mark range, and
well, it's not only that, but we just like to
I'd like to do it
and chat with people.
So, but then if you go live, you get the watch time, and people find it. Somebody's live, and they'll subscribe to you and stuff. But we only really started doing this just for, like I was saying earlier, it's just so my kids could watch it, and people on the PLC, people like Rev and stuff that I met on the live stream, could watch what we've been doing with growing peppers and different things. Hey, JCT, I'm glad you could join us.
What's up, JC?
Well, I hope you guys have a good night, and it was nice being able to join you guys tonight. Thank you for the invite.
Nice hanging out with you.
Yeah, it was nice talking with you. Just in time for them to freeze up again. Oh, there they are.
I don't think
it was nice talking with you, Aaric and Beth. You guys have a good night.
All right, man. Catch you later. Thank you for Rev type in the chat.
Yeah, now we're ready. But
okay.
Dave, you just left, but I'm glad you could join us.
That's all right. Find your channels.
Rev, you want to leave a link to your channel in the chat? Bumblebee Junction knows where to find mine.
Here I am.
I'm guessing, is this Mark that's chatting with us? I know you stay up late and stuff like I do, because he's a retired veteran. He's got some health issues and stuff, similar to what I've got and stuff. But I appreciate you joining us tonight. Yeah, it's Mark. He's a really good guy. I've been watching his videos for probably 2 years now. When I started watching him, he was about where I was on the sub count and stuff. Under 1,000 subscribers and stuff. And when I started finding him. Yeah, Dave, we'll have a great night. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, he said you don't have.
There's so many channels that I got in on like right at the beginning. And I'm talking like not just like friends of ours, but like other channels that I'll be like, wow, they got like 2,000 subscribers. I'll like subscribe to them because these videos are great. And now they're like over 100,000 and stuff like that.
Yeah, mine was Justin Rhodes, and he's pretty much the reason I started doing it. Made my YouTube channel so I could comment on his videos, and man, I left 100 nice comments and never even got a like, a heart, or anything. So I quit watching him because of it. I don't mean to be mean about it and stuff, but boy, but when you start watching somebody when he's at like 400 and 500 subs, and then all of a sudden he becomes big or whatever, and he never commented on none of your stuff, it kind of hurt your feelings a little bit when you saw him do it to other people. So I know he's so big and got so many different.
I don't know how it is to be that big, but as big as I am, I get so many comments that I haven't been able to respond to comments in so long. Like literally, I'll just go through the list every once when I remember about it, and I just start hitting the heart button on like every single comment. Maybe somebody's saying something like rude as hell, I'll hit the heart button anyway. I don't care.
Yeah, I do too, and leave a nice comment to him.
Yeah, you always say thanks for watching.
Yeah, when somebody leaves a rude comment, I'll be like, well, give them a heart and thanks for watching.
Yep.
Yeah, I've done that so many times. That's one of my favorite things to do. Or just tear their comment apart. Just like, oh, this video is crap because of blah, blah, blah. And then you just like go through like, the last one I did, it was someone telling me that I think it was me not exactly fixing, but diagnosing a broken jigsaw. So what I did was I went into the jigsaw, I took it all apart. I suspected the power button wasn't working. So I jumped out the power button, plugged it in, it started working. And they were telling me about how dangerous it is. And like that motor could have caught on fire and everything. And I'm like, what the heck are you even talking about? Like if an electric motor is going to cause a fire by malfunctioning, which was their premise of their entire comment, if that was true, then everybody's house would be burning down all the time, because there are hundreds of motors in every house. There's one in your fridge. There's one in your oven. There's one, like, you name it, your AC, you name it. It's got, if you got a gas water heater, there's one in there for the fan, for the exhaust fan, for the gases. Like, there's motors and everything. So if they like burn down a house by failing, everybody's house would be burning down.
Yeah. But Bumblebee Junction, he's got 20,000 subs, and he does leave a heart and a comment on everybody's comments. I was like, if he could do it, and this is before Justin Rhodes had that, I don't even know what he's at now. Last time I checked, he was well over 500,000 now. But
nice.
He couldn't even leave a heart or a like or nothing to any of the nice comments that I left him. And he couldn't even grow a damn garden when I first started watching him. I still like how he could tell a story. You know, if you could tell a good story and stuff and keep me entertained, I like that. Yeah, Bumblebee, Mark, I really do enjoy that you do like comment at least back to everybody. Not everybody does that. Yeah, he still can't grow a garden. People do it for him. Exactly. To me, he wants to be a homesteader, but it's a scam. It's all about being YouTube, and it's a show that he puts on. And I don't like that. You know, I like real people and doing real stuff. I don't want you to get your ideas from everybody else and do your fake stuff and try to teach me something that you don't have no clue about. Like, you guys are real. He's fake. And I don't mean that to be anything mean about him. I'd sure to get a bunch of hate if people knew that. But dude, when you couldn't even teach me how to grow a garden, but you're showing people how to grow a garden and stuff, you're not a true homesteader to me. I mean, and you have somebody coming in and doing it. Am I not right though?
Just being mean.
No, I'm not being mean.
You're not being mean. I'm being mean.
Yeah, well, Bumblebee Junction, Mark even said that he still can't grow a garden. People do it for him. Yeah, me too. You know, he said, I hate the ones that talk about what they have done, but never show crap. Yep, exactly. You know, he's a good video film producer and a good storyteller. But he found a niche to where he's going to make money in on YouTube, and he stuck with it.
Who are we talking about? I'm sorry.
Justin Rhodes. Remember, I would never miss an episode or nothing. I couldn't wait till he came on and stuff. And I was like, boy, you can't grow a garden and do much out there, but I sure do like your videos and the way. But then I found other smaller channels that was really out there doing it and knowing what they're talking about and could teach me and stuff that I didn't know. You know, the first person that I really was into was the MHP Gardener before he quit making videos, and he makes a few every once in a while now, I guess.
Yeah, I think he made one just a little bit ago, which was like the first one in a year or something like that. Because I forgot all about him. Like, I have so many subscriptions. I forgot all about that dude. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, what the heck?
You know who I'm talking about? The Bayou Gardener, the Web Cajun Ref.
Yeah, I know that guy. Didn't he die recently?
No, he passed away now. But the Web Cajun or Donald, he was in Louisiana. Man, he taught me a lot of different stuff. Okay, I'll have to check them out. The Green Thumb Gardening Channel. Yeah, I like people that's teaching me stuff that I don't know about already. You know what I'm saying? And learning different stuff. I don't want to see somebody trying to teach me something that they have no clue about and just out there making a video about what they're doing and showing stuff that's not even right.
Yeah, I remember subscribing to that guy. I don't even know, the web Cajun dude. I think that was like
I said I might get myself in trouble right now.
8 years ago or something. Like,
Oh man, I bet you when I started watching those guys, it was probably about 12. YouTube was barely had any stuff on it. It when finding them just on, I bet it's had to be 12 years or more. Because we had just started moving out here and the internet was slower and crap when I started watching them. But I didn't know nothing about using row hillers to build raised beds and stuff until the Bayou Gardener was showing all this type of stuff. I was like, man, I got to buy a set of those. And I ended up buying a set. Actually, it came from Louisiana. It was a complete set of the row hillers, a set of cultivators, and a middle buster, which you use to dig furrows or dig potatoes or all kinds of different stuff from. Candy onions, yeah. He grew the candy onions. Yeah, so in his soil, to me, I was like, man, that don't look like the greatest soil, but boy, he always put out a good crop of whatever he grew all the time, and he didn't do it organic. He used 10-10-10 fertilizer or 12-12-12, and he always kept it weeded out. You would never hardly ever see any weeds in his garden and stuff. But a lot of people are against using 10-10 fertilizer and stuff. I'm not really against it. I use my organic stuff as much as I can, but I'll use 10-10-10 and urea, nitrogen, especially for my sweet corn. If you ever try to grow sweet corn, you know how hard it is to grow a decent patch of corn without using synthetic fertilizers?
I did it. It wasn't exactly a decent patch. It was probably like 9 stalks, and it was all in a raised bed. But that was like the early days of me gardening when I was trying to be 100% organic.
Yeah, Bumblebee Junction just said he uses whatever will fill the shells. Exactly right. And here's, people's about no-till and stuff like that. Sometimes I think tilling your garden helps. Sometimes, how do you know the microbes and stuff in the soil ain't, here's my thinking. It's like, how the microbes ain't just in a stale thing, but once you till it up, it gets them all energized again. Then if you fertilize them with something, that gets them all energized back again. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard for me to explain my thinking about stuff because I'm not the best speaker in the world. Hey, Sherry's in the chat. I'm glad to meet you, Sherry. I'm glad you're in the chat.
Sherry, jump in here. I need a girl in here, please.
What's up, Sherry?
I'm getting pissy right now. Look who jumped on V-Bar. Fucking Sal in there.
Yeah, he already said he was going to the.
No, he said he was on bed.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dad.
He's been on there for like an hour.
Yeah. He already said that he was going to go stay on here for a little bit.
And this is Pilo and all these people, and they said, "Oh no, we're going to bed."
No, Beth, I'm not worried about nothing like that.
I don't care.
Heck, look how late it is.
I don't care. Ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what I've come to expect anymore.
Right? See, I can be crappy. See. Sherry, jump your ass in here and get in.
Yeah. Bumblebee says he tills his garden several times in a year. Oh, there's Sherry.
Hey.
Oh,
Sherry.
there's my girl. Finally, thank you.
I'm glad you could join us.
Yeah. My dog got bit by a snake.
What kind of snake?
We don't know what kind of snake it was. All we know is it was some kind of snake, and we can't get a vet until Monday.
Yes.
Jesus, man.
And I'm like, it's a little chihuahua.
I'm kind of being crappy on me.
Are they looking okay? Is the dog okay?
He's got a little swelled spot on the back of his back, and he won't hold his head up. But
well, Brev's still there. I can hear.
We're watching him.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, Sherry, every once in a while they'll freeze. So they won't be able to hear us, and then we can just sit here and talk until they get back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Our internet sucks out in the middle of nowhere.
That's why I like living in town.
Your dog got bitten by a snake?
Yeah, it was a snake. We don't know what kind it was. All we know it was a snake.
Is it okay?
You can tell where it bit him.
Oh.
But we're watching him close.
Well, that's what we have to do.
We're lucky because really we don't got no poisonous snakes by us.
Here, do I still have this picture?
We got a pile here.
Yeah.
You got
the world's most aggressive poisonous snake in the world here. The cottonmouth.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have rat-
Facebook where the boys
Found those
eggs in the potato bed. Did you guys see that?
and
Yeah, they hatched. Yeah. Here, I have a picture of one of them. And it tried to bite my son.
yeah, but we only got black snakes and racers they introduced timber rattlers a few years back to Indiana.
Well, that's what it's
Because we don't have enough natural predators. Why would you introduce something bad like that?
Oh, I deleted it.
We have to worry about rattlesnakes.
Oh, no.
We got cottonmouths, timber rattlers, eastern diamondback rattlers, coral snakes, copperheads.
See, that's why I was right. It wasn't copperhead.
Yeah, we don't got them here. So.
Yeah, we do.
They have them in Pennsylvania.
I mean, yeah.
Since when? Because I've never seen
I saw it on the thing I looked on my phone.
Yeah, they got eastern diamondbacks in Pennsylvania too.
Yeah,
in western Pennsylvania.
right now.
But I know a few years back they introduced timber rattlers to Indiana because we didn't have enough natural predators. But
it made me scared because if they're being born and they're biting,
the most poisonous snake is a baby snake.
Yeah, well, like that's what Bumblebee was saying, that sometimes they'll give you a dry bite. Well, not the baby snakes because they don't know how to control their poison glands. They give you everything they got if they hit you or your dog or whatever they hit. But an adult, like, I don't know about many snakes that can give a dry bite, but I know rattlesnakes can because they can hold back their poison, just strike you, like actually hit you with their fangs, but don't actually inject you. So you get just a very, very mild amount of poison.
That's what hubby was thinking, that maybe it just got done a dry bite. He said because he was shaking, the puppy, he was shaking, and he's like, if it would have been a lot of venom, he'd have been really swelled.
Yeah. Yeah, did you ever see somebody that got bit like on their fingers or hand? Like their entire arm is like 3 times the size of their arm. Like it's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But that also depends on what kind of snake it is, because there's 2 different kinds of venom. There's hematoxin and there's neurotoxin. And like the rattlesnake would be hematoxin, which it solidifies your blood. It's pretty much like it makes you.
Yeah.
Well, the hematoxin, it's pretty much, well, they both are the exact same thing, but the hematoxin technically clots your blood so that it all gets clogged up inside your body and starts digesting you from the inside out so that it could eat you. and then, process you. Whereas the neurotoxin attacks the nervous system and takes out your nervous system, then you can't do anything about it. And then same thing, like starts eating you from the inside out.
Yeah.
There, Sherry, I sent you a picture of what came out of the egg.
Okay.
I remember one day I came outside, I just heard this noise. I just heard I had 2 dogs at the time. I had a Brittany Spaniel and my pit bull. And I remember the Brittany just yelping. And I remember the pit bull, all I heard was, "Arr!" And I was like, what the heck was that, man? I opened the door and went outside, and right over where I let them out, there was this dead cottonmouth, laying upside down. And my white dog was over there, licking the mouth was broken. The bottom jaw was broken off. And you could see the top of the mouth with the fangs sticking down and stuff. And my dog was licking away from the fangs. I was like, what the hell are you doing, dog? Get away from that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That came out of an egg. That's the blood on it's what came out of it.
Is that a milk snake?
My brother said it was corn snake.
Corn snake.
Yeah, I thought corn had some orange or something in
Face looks like a tiger. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it was creepy.
Yeah, but it doesn't look venomous, so that's good. You can always tell the venomous ones because they got the triangular head because the poison glands are behind the jaw.
Yeah.
So
They were the ones they found out when we were picking the potatoes. And of course, they had to keep them. And every week I'd be crack one open, and there was 9 of them, 9 eggs. I said, just check them every week because I didn't want to get rotten. Oh, that'd be nasty. And that was the last one they opened.
Ugh.
It was alive.
Yeah, and it was alive. And I said, you have to get rid of that.
I don't like snakes anyhow. I'm not scared of spiders and stuff. Boy, snakes, man, I'm petrified of a snake for some reason.
No,
I
I don't.
can handle bugs out in the garden, I can handle that. But the snakes, no.
No snakes.
I'm not a fan of snakes whatsoever. Every time I see one, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's genetic DNA or something like that. But my heart falls every time I see it. I'm just freeze immediately. Once I know where they're at, I'm okay. But that first time you see them, you're like, oh my God. You just literally become a statue.
Yeah. Sorry, I look a mess. I've been not feeling too good today.
Oh, you look fine to me.
Yeah, you look hot, baby.
My allergies has been kicking my butt.
Well, I'm glad you came on here because I needed a girl to talk to.
Yeah, I know what you mean, girl.
Yeah.
I was upset. I was supposed to got my 1 chip today. Last night, they said that I was supposed to got it today. And after the mail ran, I was like, I still hadn't got it. So I come in here and checked it. Said it'd be Monday. They changed the shipping.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people doing the 1 chip challenge or whatever now.
Yeah, I want to try it and see. I don't think it'd be that bad.
Well, you've ate so much.
Oh, girl, you've ate so much hot shit.
Yeah.
You'll be cool.
Yeah. I don't think I could handle it. Gohan's jerky got me that time I tried that. And boy, it got me sicker than crap, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. You were almost on bathroom.
And there they go again.
Yep. He froze.
I don't think the Gohan was that bad.
No.
It messed up a little, but
it was a little warm.
Yeah, but the 1 chip challenge, I never did the 1 chip challenge. I missed out the first time. The second time I missed out. I even emailed Pocky themselves. I'm like, yo, I got a YouTube channel. I'll do it on my channel. I'll post it on your website. I'll do whatever. And I'll pay for it. Just make sure I get one. And they're like, oh, sorry, we're sold out. But I've never been able to do the 1 chip challenge. Then it came around this time and I was like, you know what? I missed it so far. I'm not going to jump at it and try to spend money I don't have just to get a 1 chip. So
I just got one. I didn't do like everybody else get like 10.
Is it
20.
actually just one chip?
Yeah, and I couldn't see spending that much money on one chip. I'm sorry.
Is
We don't got
it's
that.
one. It's one chip.
It's one chip.
Holy
how much
crap!
is it? How much is it this time around?
$6.99 plus tax. Well, plus shipping.
How much for you total?
I paid 14 something.
Yeah, dang. See,
That's not bad.
Money for a chip.
Yeah, that
One
wasn't that bad. It was like 25 for me the first time around. And I remember thinking like, do I want to do it? And I hesitated just long enough. I missed it.
But see, we all grow enough hot peppers that, to me, growing a hot pepper is going to be a lot hotter. A fresh pepper is going to be a lot hotter than a
Look
chip.
at Sherry. She's ate all.
I think we need to come up with our own chip.
Yeah, I got enough peppers to do that with.
Sherry ate like everything though.
The Nemesis bar. And,
Yeah.
I'm going to redo that.
oh, my. For the third time?
Fourth time.
Fourth time? Oh, man.
No.
Last time, I would have got it, but hubby come in and kind of interrupt me and got me off my focus.
No.
And I was like, the heat, I felt it. And I'm like, he made me mad.
Just broke you out of that state of mind.
Yeah, it's like that toe of Satan that you had in your mouth forever. My buddy could only last 5 minutes, and he was done.
Yeah, Phil wants me to, we're supposed to do it over on his channel. I got 2 of them. He said we're going to go as long as we can. I said, Phil, I can hold them longer in my mouth than you think. I went 50 minutes last time on there.
Phil has a channel?
Yeah, everything's
spicy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The one that likes to take his shirt off and play with his boobs.
Well, that's cool.
Well, there's a lot of people that like that, but
Oh my God.
Hey, I drink enough beer. I might take my shirt off. No, I'm just kidding.
Too many people have been getting drunk and taking their clothes off on YouTube.
Oh, dang.
See, I'm glad Sherry came with me because I need a girl in here.
I have never done that. I've been like really drunk on YouTube, but I have never taken clothes off.
I hadn't either. I was like,
I'm too embarrassed to go without my shirt.
I think the worst thing we did was the twerking.
Oh, that was on Revs when we twerked for money that night.
The twerking's not so bad. I mean, it's just when they start taking shirts off and bras off, and you're like,
the twerking was.
We did the twerk.
Well, Sherry is the one that she was in on that. She was the one giving you super chats to do it. Do you remember?
Hey, it was fun.
There was a lot of alcohol before that live stream.
Hey, it's about to be winter time. You guys all better.
Yep.
Is it me? Is more
That's
people,
what we were saying the other night. It's like
wintertime is more people seem to watch videos when it comes wintertime than what they do in the summer when it's not, nice and doing stuff. Like we're always trying to do stuff a lot. And it's like, it's hard to keep up with everybody's videos when I'm out in the garden and doing all these peppers. It's like, man, I spent 3 hours the other night just cutting up peppers and stuff.
Yep.
It's like, I shut my computer down and stuff because I don't got a cell phone or whatever. I do everything from my laptop. And it's like, it's hard to keep up with everything when you got there's stuff out in the garden, keep up with everybody's videos. Like, man, and we still got like boxes and boxes of peppers.
3 boxes of peppers there that we don't even know what to do with.
I got peppers out there now, they just got to turn. I mean, my pepper plants, they're blooming, putting on more buds. I'm like, are they ever going to stop?
Yeah, show Sherry that one. This is just one small box of peppers, and there's 3 other ones besides this.
Why don't you sell your peppers?
Oh, I've never been into selling stuff really. I'm not a business person. Here's one box of peppers right here.
Oh wow!
And it was like
that's
and our dehydrator's full going right now. It's like, and I froze a bunch of like my bell peppers and stuff up the other night. It's like, what in the world? I'm going to have to start making some sauces or doing something. Yeah, I've got like 3 gallon-sized bags full of already dehydrated, crushed up peppers that I still got to grind up. It's like, what the crap am I going to do with all this stuff?
Yep. A lot of my peppers, I stuck them in the freezer. Because I was like, okay, I'm gonna make some more hot sauce, and I'm like, this time I'll make some thick instead of kind of thin. And see, I'm gonna try some different flavors. Here we go. They froze. They're back.
Well, no, it takes like another 10 seconds for their audio to actually start, or for our audio to get to them.
Oh, okay.
So it should be about right now. Aaric will be hearing my voice.
Yep.
I wonder why it does that so bad. Is my internet just that sucky?
Yes.
I guess. I don't know.
Yes, it is.
I mean, we paid for an upgrade even, and it's still. I couldn't tell much difference in the speed and stuff.
I call my internet company so often that the last time I called, I was like, let me ask you something. Like on my file, does it say I'm some kind of habitual caller? I call immediately when the internet goes out, and he's like, oh yeah, there's a flag on your account. Because I call them so often that they're like, oh yeah, there's a problem with your modem. Let's go ahead and try to troubleshoot this. And it'll be 10 minutes into the troubleshooting. He'll be like, wait. Oh, I see that you have an outage in your area. I'm always
exactly every friggin' time. That's what they do.
Yeah, we got an outage in Graceville.
All we have to do is they'll say, type in your phone number.
Oh, well, I'm Johnny on the spot. I call them up. And they're like, well, what's going on? Do you have a problem with your cable? Do you have a problem with your phone? Or do you have a problem with your internet? I'm like, internet. And they're like, let's walk this through there. I'm like, operator.
Exactly. That's what I do.
I don't want to talk to a computer. I want to talk to a person. But I do that, and I'm so quick on it that they don't even know that there's an outage yet. And it'll be halfway through our call that they're like, oh, wait, now I'm seeing that you have an outage in your area. I'm like, geez, why didn't you tell me this at first?
No, that's all. That's what they say.
There's an outage out where you're at.
Or there's a problem in your area.
Or scheduled maintenance. That's normally what I hear.
And then it's working another hour or so later.
But then our stuff's so sketchy anyway. Our phone don't work half the time neither.
Oh, when it rains.
When it rains and different stuff. Because I don't know if because they got to run it so far from that box to our house. Even the neighbor, they have the same problems as what we do. It's I don't know if the tree lines has got through there or a mole or something's chewed on the lines underneath there. But they've already replaced all that once already.
I know ours, we had to get a new modem box. Because it kept lagging. I told him, I said, something's wrong with my internet. It's so slow.
It kept coming out.
We got a new box and we hadn't had any problems so far. So,
did they charge you for the new box?
No.
So we always get charged if we get a new box.
Oh shit!
Oh no, I don't.
Everything.
No, we don't get charged for a new box either.
Mm-mm.
No, when I first signed up, they were like, your line between the box in your front yard and the box on your house sucks. So we're going to run a brand new line. I'm like, all right, cool. They ran thicker, better conductive, whatever line all the way to the house. And then this year I had a problem. And they were like, your modem's bad. I'm like, okay, well, it's time to upgrade the modem. So I got the new upgraded modem for free. And just trade in my old one because I'm renting it apparently or whatever. And I just give them my old one. They give me the new one. I brought it home. Still had the same problem. The guy came out and replaced the line from the house all the way to my modem. So everything is brand new on my line. And I haven't timed out since.
Yeah, they did that once already out here. Ran all brand new lines and stuff since we lived here. I mean, before, man, it was slowest dial up.
I won't put up with that.
Every time it rained,
I remember dial-up. I hated that.
Yeah, you couldn't even watch a YouTube video or nothing.
It would take you an entire night to get a picture, and you'd see the picture go line by line.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just try to play games on our computer.
Well, basically, I looked up stuff. They call it Google now, but I'd Google something like, let's say, I want to learn about growing peppers, and I just Googled that, then go through it. I'd actually find more stuff on those back then on like seed company. When I was into buying heirloom seeds and stuff, that I'd actually find more companies back then than what I do now. Because now they send you to the same seed companies all the time.
Yeah, Baker Creek and that was the other one. Because
I was always, well, I'm still in, but I'd always order heirloom seeds and stuff, and was always into all that kind of stuff back in the day. And you'd have a bunch of seed, and I've still found cool seed companies that most people don't even know of. The one that I want to tell you guys about right now, if you're ordering bulk seeds, you go to this Jordan Seed Company that probably nobody even knows about them, but you can buy bulk seeds cheap. Like, an ounce bag of lettuce seed for a couple bucks and stuff.
Wow. I know. I can't wait to plant my peppers that I got from the pepper seeds from you and those beans.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. I can't wait. Because when I do the video next year, I'm going to say, well, I got these seeds here from Aaric and Beth, and we're going to see how they grow.
Yeah. The lemon starburst will do awesome for you. I mean, that's an amazing plant, man. I love the taste and flavor and stuff.
I can't wait.
I can't believe you never had seeds from them with everybody, all the seeds and different stuff.
That man sent me some and none of them grow.
Really? Well, I know mine's seeds are already popped. I sent Dan's organic forest seeds, and his seeds are already growing that I sent him. So I guess they should pop for you too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you friends with him too?
I don't know.
Dan's Organic Forest Garden. He's a really good guy. He goes on
the cookbook.
What?
Is he the one with the cookbook?
No, that's Micah McGee.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, he grew them. He's got the same. Micah McGee got the same seeds I got sent to me from Rob Lumberg.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I noticed. You just got, because some seeds that you get, they don't turn out what they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah. My seeds that Rob Lumberg sent me. You know Rob Lumberg, don't you?
Yes.
And I know Rev got the same price seed sent from him too, from Lumberg. But they always come out true, and he does a really good job at selecting the perfect pods and different stuff to save his seeds from.
I guess I'm gonna have to get mine from Rob.
Yeah, you want good seeds, you talk to Rob Lumberg. That's where most of my pepper seeds came from, ain't it, Beth?
Because I'm tired of getting seeds and they didn't do anything.
Because, this is when I was just started getting into watching Rev and the Pepper Lovers and all that. Rob Lumberg messaged me and was like, do you mind if I send you some seeds? And I was like, I don't care. And sent me, he was like, I saw that you're a good grower because I posted some seeds of some corn that I grew and stuff. He was like, I'd like to see what you do with some of my pepper seeds. And I was like, sure, I'll grow them. And sent me all kinds of varieties of different pepper seeds. Just out of goodness of his heart.
Yeah.
Are we still on?
Yeah.
But this year I'm gonna make sure that I spread out my garden, the rows right.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep it clean through there. Couldn't get a tiller through there. Tried to hoe. The ground is so hard here. They froze.
Oh yeah, I've been playing this game all night long.
Well,
now they're back, but they can't hear us. It's not gonna be for like another about 7 seconds from now. Then they'll be able to hear us.
Can you hear us now?
We can hear them.
And we're back, ain't we?
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah. That sucks. I know it has to drive anybody. There's people watching, and it has to drive people nuts when that happens. But Sure, you need to invest in. If I had the money, I would already bet the landscape fabric that lasts 6 to 7 years.
Yeah.
To put down. You can buy a 3 foot by 300 foot row for like $60 or $70 online. And that's a good investment. Then you don't have to worry about weeds.
Jumpton has said hey to you like a couple times.
That was my plan for my greenhouse, was to go like weed whack everything into the dirt. So it was literally nothing but dirt, and then put weed fabric everywhere inside the greenhouse so that nothing would grow, and then eventually put stone in there or just something to hold down the weed fabric and
see, we tried to do that.
Not soil.
You know, I've told you before, you know, you out this door's a whole greenhouse, the whole side of my house. I haven't did no videos on it. But, you know, my thing was back then was my big plans was to build a huge aquaponics system. This has been 10 years ago or so. But that was my whole thing, was to build this huge aquaponics setup and grow all kinds of stuff. And then
I'm still old school. I like to plant mine in the dirt.
I do too.
Aquaponics is the way to go. That's practically why I have my channel, because I just jumped into it. Like, I had a hot tub on my deck, and I was like, "Heck with this, man! That you're gonna become a fish tank." And I just my brother-in-law
do it for the kids.
Oh crap! Well, then I'm coming to Rev's. In the hot tub.
Well, that's well, if you get in the hot tub, you'll be in with fish. So,
well, that'll be all right.
And it's not hot; it's cold.
Well, then never mind.
But that's how I started. I had that, and I was like, "Screw it, man! I'll just like turn this hot tub." I took all the stuff out of it and replumbed it, so it was all interconnected, but nothing was in there. And then
you need to do a video on that.
Exact videos of that.
Yeah,
I've got hundreds of videos about it.
Beth don't watch you.
That's how I got my greenhouse. I started that, and then I was like, you know what? I bet I can make another one. So I built my own fish tank and did that. Built a stand.
Everybody, I have a hard time watching everybody.
But after that, that's when I was like, okay, well, now it's time to like have a greenhouse. So that's why I built the greenhouse. I built it around the existing aquaponics that was out in the middle of my yard anyway.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I'm going to build some raised beds for this one spot over here, because it just don't do right.
We did the raised beds this year. The only downfall I saw about them was they dry out really quick. Do they not, Beth?
Oh.
Like my in-ground peppers, I haven't watered them one time. But the ones in beds, you got to water them constantly. It's just like they instantly dry out all really fast.
When it rains over there, it holds a lot of water.
Yeah, that'd be good for you then.
Yeah.
That'll raise it all up.
Well, it all depends on how you make it too. Because if you would,
the height. Yeah.
Well, if you would like take out the entire, like everything that was there, like, you know, like I was saying with the weed whacker, go into the dirt and stuff, like literally get rid of everything, then till it all up and everything, make it nice and good, fill it up with like good soil in between, then build your raised beds on top, and then put your raised beds. You'll have the benefit of all the new nutrients you can add to the raised bed every year, but you have the longevity of the roots going down and
getting the moisture.
The roots grow and they seek out water.
Yep.
So if you find it in the ground table, then you're good to go. Whereas with like raised, I know like with me with raised bed, I put like a barrier, then just built my raised bed. So they could only go down like a foot, and then that was it. Where I screwed up, I should have just, you know, left it open so they could just keep on going into the soil. And
we use cardboard for the bottom. That way, at least keep the weeds down. But you know, the roots will go right through that cardboard with no problem.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I did cardboard, a lot of cardboard, but then I did the bags of all the soil and peat moss and everything that I got. I put that right at the bottom too. So I was like, oh.
I tried the cardboard around some of my peppers, and I had snail problems. They love the cardboard.
Because it retains the moisture.
Yeah.
We have snails on the side of the house.
Yeah, snails on the side of the house, the north side of the house.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this snail doing out here?
Now what we got right now is the white flies. Man, you can't even move a pepper plant, and you got millions of these white flies all coming up in your face.
I seen that. I was like, oh man.
But I'm not worried about it. You know, my plants has already produced enough, and our frost.
Yeah, but you can't even breathe out there.
No, you can't breathe when you do it. But
they're like up your nose and your mouth.
But what I was getting ready to say is that we're going to have a frost in the.
Oh man, if this was a drinking live stream, like every time they would freeze, everybody would have to drink.
Yep.
And keep drinking until they actually can hear us. That would be, oh my gosh, that would be over in like a half hour.
Okay, you're back. No.
And now we'll be there.
You back?
And I'm back. But what I was saying about the white flies is we're going to be getting a frost in 2 to 3 weeks anyhow, because it always happens in October for us. Usually it's either a few days before the 15th of October or a few days after the 15th of October. And you can almost mark it on the calendar because I've been gardening out right here for 15 years. And you can count it that it's going to frost. So, but
we're supposed to get our frost the last of November or the first part of December.
Yeah,
we're always like,
wow.
How did I miss this?
Oh,
the day that just ended was the first day of fall. How did I miss that? It's the fall solstice.
When?
The 21st of September. Now it's the 22nd on Sunday right now.
I thought they always followed, like the spring is the 21st, the winter's on the 21st.
Well, they're all
to the 22nd.
It depends on who you talk to, but because some people will be like, no, it's on the 20th on this for the fall and like the 21st for summer or whatever. I go across the board, 21, and it's every 3 months. So September, was it September, December, March, and June.
Yeah, but winter is supposed to be pretty
bad this year's what they're saying for us.
You know, they've said that, like, I gotta point this out because I've been hearing this a lot. They say that every single year about every single thing. Like,
exactly, I was saying that
really, really bad. This winter is going to be really, really bad. Like, this summer is going to be really, really hot. You know, like
around here we do it by willy worms.
Yeah, the willy worms, what color they are when they either what is it, black
or brown.
Yeah.
They've
Have you heard that?
Black.
Or then you got the if you cut open a persimmon seed and you got the spoon, the fork, or the knife in it, like the knife is a stabbing cold winter. A spoon you'll be shoveling yourself out, and the fork is a decent winter.
I've seen brown willy worms, so I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
So I don't know.
It's supposed to be horrible.
I'm just a wait and see kind of person.
Yeah, me too.
They're never right about the weather. Like, it's going to be really cold and then it's a mild winter, or, you know, the opposite. It's going to be a mild winter and then it's really cold. Like, they usually get it wrong. So every time they're saying something, I'm like, I'm not worried now. Like,
tomorrow we're supposed to get, like, what they say, like 2 to 3 inches of rain.
I hope so. It hadn't rained in here for about a month or more.
Yeah.
Well, after I can't.
We're supposed to get 2 to 3 inches of rain.
It rained here at my house for a total of 3 minutes yesterday, and it didn't even wet the ground down.
Yeah.
In Sullivan,
it flooded.
I don't even want it to rain here.
We need rain.
Yes, we need the rain too.
Well, no, we probably need the rain too, but I got a big hole in my house, so I don't want rain to come in the dang hole. Like, we got rain the day of the hurricane, so a bunch of water came in, the ceiling came down and stuff. And then like 2 days later, we got like torrential downpour, and the entire carpet got soaked in that room. But since then,
company ever do anything yet?
No, my apparently, I don't know, I didn't see him, but apparently my cousin's kid came out today to look at the roof and figure out what supplies he needs so he can start like going into it, which is kind of weird because
how many you want a metal roof?
Well, the last I talked, last we were all talking
50
about
years.
Yeah, unless a tree falls on it again. I got like another like 35 trees right here that can fall on it the next hurricane we get. But no, it's a 25-year-old roof, so or 24. Yeah, 95 to 2019, so 24-year-old roof. That sucker's kind of shot. I looked at it the last time I was up, and I was like, ugh, that's like every shingle is stuck to each other and stuff, and so that sucker, it's about time to come off. So I don't know about that, but
I'd get a metal roof. That's the way to go, dude. I know around here it's even cheaper than shingles because we got these Graber's Post buildings with their Amish people that they make the metal roofs right there, and you can get any color you want, and it lasts 50 years.
I live at the beach. Like everything rusts.
Nope, this is guaranteed.
Well, people are like, "Oh, we'll get stainless steel," and they get stainless steel like bolts and stuff for their decks and stuff. They rust. Every stainless steel I've ever seen rusts here.
Well, I know my dad has the metal roof, and I have no cell phone service in his house. None. What's
our cell phone service problem is?
No.
You go outside, you got 3 bars. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Maybe don't we have metal roof.
And I'm like, Dad, you got a cell phone tower right down below your house. I'm like, why can't I get service inside your house? And he's like, it's the roof.
Really?
Yep.
Dang. That's why we don't get service.
I wonder if JT gets service, because I'm pretty sure, isn't that what they put on his roof last winter? Like a metal roof?
Yeah. Yeah, he just made a video today about his water catchment system where he's got the metal roof and stuff.
He gonna have cell phone problems.
And I don't need that because with an asphalt roof, I've got. Yep. Oh no! Wow, I got 2 bars. Normally, I have 1 bar inside my house.
Oh well, that's better than what we get 1 bar unless you put it by the window.
I got 4.
Yeah, I've put everything in the window.
Yeah.
We used to have to drive in the back field by where the big power lines were. I don't know if you guys ever seen my videos where the big power lines come, because we got a power plant just not too far from us. But that's where we'd have to go to get cell service. That's one of the reasons I never had a cell phone. Was like, I'm not about to pay $100 a month to have cell phone service that I won't get.
Do you have AT&T in your area?
No.
Frontier.
I think Verizon works the same, and Sprint. I think they accept all of them, but that's who I got, man. Ting.com. You only pay for what you use. My biggest bill was when I went to Canada and I used data, I used text message, and I used phone, and I paid $30 that month or something like that. Like maybe it's 25. My average bill is $13 a month.
Yeah, like Beth does on her cell phone, Straight Talk.
The kids is.
What's that? Where you just pay for what you use?
Yeah. You pay like $25 or whatever it is for, or $30.
I get $35 a month.
It's unlimited.
Yeah. Oh man.
And I'm so cheap. I turn data off on my phone. So if I'm not on Wi-Fi, I don't have data.
Right? See?
Yeah. So like if you're messaging me on Hangouts or something, I won't get it until I hit a Wi-Fi spot.
When I'm in my house, I cut it on my Wi-Fi.
Yep.
But I have unlimited, so I'm like, I ain't worried.
Well, my biggest bill, like I said, was like $30. My average bill has been $13 a month.
Well, between me and hubby, our cell phones, we pay $100 a month. That's for 2 phones.
Are you paying for the phone too?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're froze.
Yeah, I don't pay for my phone. I go straight to like eBay, and I'm like, yeah, I want like I had a Note 3, and that's what I did. I went to eBay, but then when I wanted my phone later, I was like, I want a Note 5. So I just went to eBay, bought a Note 5 outright. Like it was like $200. Bam, I owned the phone, and then just put a SIM card in there, and now I'm, on. But no, that's one thing. Like buying a brand new car that I'll never do is take out a phone through a cell phone provider, because they are ripping you off so bad. You're better off just buying the last model of the phone that you want and buy it outright, like right on eBay, and then bringing it to their plan, and then putting their SIM card in and then using it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got screwed so many times on cell phones that I hit that point where I'm like, wait a minute here. I think I see
we took the kids to Walmart.
Yeah, for when there's a birthday or something.
Yeah. And just had them set it up for them. Like, the kids have, like, iPhones.
The iPhones or whatever. They got the prepaid, like, iPhones, though. It's not the...
Yeah.
So they use it too much. They got no more service.
Yeah. Well,
they most of the time they can't use it other than because they don't work out here very much. Most of the time they're using it's on our Wi-Fi anyhow.
Yeah. Amazon.
And now, because if we don't put money on it, it's pretty much their little computers for them. You know what I'm saying? Because they can get on it and do the same stuff as what my laptop does. So it's their computers basically now. Because we don't.
But they're fancier.
Yeah, theirs are fancier than what your little phone there is. The
crap! Look out!
ZTE phone.
Unless I've dropped my phone. I've dropped my phone like 3 times. And look at this crap.
Are you guys like me? Like, are you like super paranoid? Like, whenever you're anywhere near water, like you have a death grip on your phone. Like, I walk past the dog bowl, I have a death grip. Like, you're not falling out of my hand into the dog.
That's what I do.
Like if I go into the bathroom, I walk in and set it down on my counter and make sure I don't touch it. That way, it doesn't fall into the toilet, the sink, or find its way into the bathtub somehow.
Yeah,
I'm not with my phone. I don't. But with kids' phone, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Everybody told me, said, girl, you just got that new phone and you're taking and you're filming in the bathtub. I said, but nobody's seen me. I had it towards
I missed that video.
That's what you got sick from eating that Nemesis bar.
Yes. I mean, the cramps was so bad. I mean, I was like, God, how can I get rid of these things? I was in the bathtub for 5 hours.
Oh,
as soon as I got out, I get right back in.
I can't wait to see your. You gonna get your check tomorrow or
Monday?
Monday.
Yeah.
I want to wear the Aaric one.
I want to see if it's really that hot. I mean, I've watched people and I was like, are they putting on?
You've ate so much hot shit. I can.
Nah, I'm not a super. I can be honest. I like growing the super stuff, hot peppers and different stuff. But as eating them, I'm pretty limited on what I'll eat. I'll try a sliver of it and different stuff. But boy, my belly gets to hurt me so bad the next day that I don't like doing it. Like it feels like I gotta poop all day long.
You want a secret?
Yeah.
I've been eating so many peppers. The only thing that helped me was I took and got some baking soda. Use a half a teaspoon of baking soda to an 8-ounce glass of water and sip on it. Your stomach cramps will go away.
Because I'll eat stuff and the next morning my belly starts hurting and it feels like I got to poop all day long. And I can't sit on the toilet for half the morning. It's like, it's worth it for me.
Because someone told me, said, try this, Jerry, and see if it'll work. I said, I'll try anything. And I was like, wow, that worked.
Yeah, I think I see some
mustard.
Yeah, the mustard works too. The chill it out.
It does. It's not the vinegar.
Yeah, because last year I worked for a guy, I was doing concrete work, and we were on jobs for like a half a day kind of thing. So in his mind, he could justify not getting a porta-john or anything. And meanwhile, I'm doing all these hot challenges and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, man, I got to time this out to like, no, I'm not going to work on Saturday. So Friday night, I can do the challenge. By the time Monday rolls around, I'll be okay to go back to work where there's not going to be a toilet. Because he would do like we're only there for like a half a day. So we don't have to have like a bathroom because then we go to the next job and you can just stop at a bathroom on the way kind of thing. Well, like in his mind, that's how it was justified. And I don't think it's technically legal like that. I think if you have a job site, you got to have a porta-john. But he never had. Not one of the jobs did he get a porta-john there. Like every porta-john was like, yeah, we're pouring concrete, but they're also having their fence rebuilt. So the fence got a porta-john. Like that's the only.
Well, I had people telling me, "Oh, don't use the baking soda." UK Queen done it. I know she had to go to the emergency room. I said, "Look what she used. She didn't use baking soda. She used baking powder."
No, totally different.
You don't use baking powder.
Yeah, those are one's a leveling agent. Baking powder's a leveling agent.
But yeah, it's baking
Yeah,
soda.
I was like, you don't do that.
Yeah, baking soda is sodium carb.
Mustard and
Sugar works good too.
sugar.
Yeah.
Well, what's that? What was that? Like Scary Movie or whatever? Where like
So I just try to have Eric. So.
Oh, and if he was like the big like cocaine dealer or whatever, and he was like, oh honey, like, you know, if anybody comes over, like, you know, there's stuff in the sugar jar, and he's like, remember to cut it with, and she was like, baking soda, and he's like, yes, that's right, baking soda. You don't want to cut it with baking powder because then they'll have muffins growing out of their noses.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a leveling agent.
I just always thought that was hilarious. Good mom and dad talk. Break.
Where is everybody?
Oh, speaking of mom and dad thing, tell them what happened to you today at the grocery store.
We're not live, are we?
Yeah, we're live.
No.
Oh.
Okay, I will.
But I'll say it though.
I will.
But she was at.
I work at a grocery store.
Yeah.
We have a little girl that comes in here. She rides her bike over every day and she gets a pop. Sometimes she comes with another little girl and we have to get on them because they run around the grocery store. She bought a pop today. She was taking the money out of her pocket and dropped a pill on the floor.
That was wrapped in a cellophane thing that was sealed up with a lighter.
Oh no.
Yeah. I said, I just stood there. I said, she went over, she put her pop in a bag. I said, hey, did you drop this? She said, no. He took off out of the store like quick.
How old is this girl?
Like 10 or 11.
10 or 11.
Ow.
It kind of hurts my feelings when she tells you more.
So I picked up the pill and we looked it up on my phone. Like it had numbers on it. It was a hydrocodone.
Oh no.
So now then they got them all wondering. And then she walked out all sad. Beth saw she could left the building all sad and stuff, like with her head down and stuff. It was kind of sad. It's like, now was she selling that pill for her parents, or was she getting that pill for her parents, or whatever? It's like,
yeah,
or for herself.
No, I don't think for herself.
Sure hope not.
I don't think for herself at that
age.
She's
a little girl.
I think she's getting it for her parents or something. I bet. But ain't that kind of sad at that age that you'd be having something like? I think she was either dropping it, going to drop it off for somebody.
Up, like somebody had used a lighter
on her, like a cigarette pack.
Yeah. That's bad.
Yeah.
And Beth, I kind of feel sorry for the girl because Beth said she walked back with her head all down and stuff, like she was really scared or something. No, she's gonna get in trouble because
She don't have it.
she
Yeah.
don't have it now.
Yeah.
And lost. I don't know what a pill like that goes for. Let's say $5 to $10, but that could have made either the difference between eating and.
She always comes in there. She rides her bike up there. She leaves her bike. It made me sad.
Mm.
Like,
It makes you
what?
think.
Right. Like, what is the world coming to?
Yeah, it's like, what is these parents doing? I would definitely not, if I was in a pill person, I'd definitely not have my kids either get me pills or selling my pills for me. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the last thing I'm going to do. And Beth said she was so sad looking that, like she, did something really bad going on.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wouldn't have gave it back to her.
Yeah.
Our neighbor over here, she's a pill popper. Every other day, the fire department and ambulances over there, she's got something wrong with her. And I'm like, are they ever going to figure her out?
I had my cousin move in with me, and like I don't know, he's my cousin, so I didn't really like. It was like, hey, it's family, like. But like the first night, he was like, yeah, my dad's all, because he was living with his dad. He was young. He was like, I don't know, 21, 22, something like that. And he's like, yeah, my dad's all mad at me because I can't remember how he put it, like because he thinks or because I am or something like that, addicted to pills. And I'm like, ooh, crap. Now this guy lives with me.
Lord.
Yeah.
But I feel sorry for the lady's daughter because, she knows that her mom has a problem.
Or dad or whoever she's doing it for. Yeah.
I just took the pill and put it in the trash.
Yeah, they put it in the trash at work. But they looked it up to see what it was because the girl was like, "Is this yours?" And I was like, "No, no, no." And because she saw Beth and the other lady at the register saw her drop it, and the other lady heard it. She said, and there's three of them, at the registers that saw what was going on.
Yeah.
And that little girl saw it drop and was like, "Is this yours?" And she's like, "No, that's not mine." But they knew it was hers.
She bought a pop. She always comes in all the time, and she bought a pop, and then tried to put a pop in the bag, and she took out. I mean, she was out of there.
Yeah, took out of the. Yeah, she was scared that you guys are gonna rat her out and stuff. Yeah. I feel bad for her because what happened to her when she got home for losing that pill.
Yeah.
That bothers me the most. What happened to her afterwards is the scary part that hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
And almost any time that, I don't know, starting about 10 years old or older that have anything, they got a little bit of weed on them, they got a pill on them or anything like that, my first thought always, where the heck did they go? That was worse than freezing.
Now it's a Repto show.
But my first thought always goes to they're using it.
So really at that age?
There we go. Now you're back.
Yeah. They touch my computer. I'm not good at touching stuff.
Or scanning stuff. I was on live stream.
But at that age, are they really using it though, or is it the parents? Like,
my first
at like 10 or
all my friends and everything, that makes my mind go exactly to, yeah, they're using it.
Really?
And especially like the way you said, like she ran out with her head down and stuff like that. Well, that shows shame. Like she knows that was wrong.
But was it shame? Was she heads down and sad because she lost her?
And there they freeze again. I would say that it would be more of a, you're going to tell my mom kind of shame, like I'm going to get in trouble. Not even like a coherent, you're going to tell the law and I'm going to get in trouble. It's, I think, more of like you're gonna tell my mom and I'm gonna get in like so much trouble, which they don't even know. Like once the law gets involved, that's real trouble there.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. But my thing, what I was getting ready to say was her shame scared because what she got to go home and tell her parents that I dropped that pill and lost it, either because she was going to sell it for her parents or she was buying it for her parents, or maybe she even was getting the pill for somebody that actually really needed it and wasn't going to be able to have it.
Or what I was just saying was, or she was going to do it, but she was like, it was the shame of don't tell my mom kind of thing. Like,
I
would sure hope not, being like,
not even realizing the whole legal ramifications, because that's where like the bigger problem comes in when the law gets involved. Like the parents get involved, that's not a big deal.
Because nowadays kids know more than what we think.
10 or 11 years old, I'm hoping she's not taking those kind of pills.
They could be. I had
They
friends
learn a lot in school nowadays. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, I know.
With
Eric was
other
like,
children,
Eric said, "What would you have done if she said, yeah, it was mine?" I was like, I wouldn't have gave it to her.
If I was the little girl, I'd just picked it up and put it right back in my pocket and went on about my business. But
yeah, I don't know what the heck you thought you saw, but you saw nothing.
That was just.
No, I would not have given it back to her. I would have kept it and said, if you want this, you better tell your mom and dad to come back and get it. Because, I mean, I have young kids. I don't want
Nothing like that.
My kids, no. They would never have done anything like that.
that's the reason nowadays parents are talking to their children at early ages to kind of let them know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because some children, they're used to it because they're around it 24/7. And they think, my parents doing it, it's fine. I can do it,
The thing that freaked me out, it was wrapped and sealed in a cigarette package.
So,
like a cell phone.
It was either.
That goes to learned behavior, just like Sherry was saying. Like I've known tons of people, they'd throw a bunch of weed in a cellophane and fold the top over, use the lighter and seal it right up, and bang, there you go. Well, you got to do the same kind of thing. There you go. And same thing, like what was just said, I think it was you, Sherry. Like I had friends that like their parents smoked weed all the time. So for them at 14, smoking weed, not a big deal. I didn't do it until I was like 17 or something like that. But
I was 16.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had friends that were 10 that was the first time they smoked weed because they were just around it all the time. Their parents had it and they were like, screw it. Parents are out of the house. I'll go steal some of their stash and see what the fuss is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so I'm sure the same thing, and that's just weed. Like, I'm not that concerned about that, even though technically you shouldn't smoke it until you're like 22 when your mind is technically, developed and stuff like that. Yeah. But I'm sure there's the same mentality with my parents like pills, or my parents like heroin, or my parents like crack, or, anything like that. I'm sure the same mentality follows. Like, well, if it's good for them, like, I'm sure it'll be fine for me too. And,
yeah. The baby just woke up.
Oh. He is growing.
Yeah, he is.
It doesn't look like he can make breakfast yet, though.
Hey, sweet pie. Hi. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Oh.
Hi.
What's going on there? What's going on there?
What's going on, YouTube?
Oh. He's on
Hi.
and he's
Mom's
on my phone. Okay. Oh,
he's probably just ready for a bottle and headed back to bed.
Yeah.
That's the life right there, man.
Get up. Eat, sleep.
Look, he's every phone he gets. Say hello.
He usually puts the phone up to his ear.
He watches. He says, "Huh, that's how you do it."
He's about ready to start throw a fit, so it is. And
No,
like my dog's life. Like I'm always like, "Oh, look at you! You're yawning. Are you so tired from a whole day of sleeping all day?"
Yep. The dogs have it made too. Eat, sleep, eat, sleep.
yeah, a dog's life would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Bark at you to let you go outside. Okay, now it's back to sleeping.
Or come and look at you and like, okay, it's time to go outside.
Oh, Mama gonna make you a bottle. Right, he's the nibbiest baby.
There they go again. I would be so mad at my daughter.
Are you? Well, hold on. No sign.
Get it? I don't know, like 4 seconds, something like that.
I know he hates that internet.
And we're back, and we're finally back again. But man, this is the nibbiest baby. Into everything. I mean, he can't keep still and like into everything.
That's how I was. My parents said that I never walked. I went from crawling to run.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's walking now. You know, most of my kids at around a year old when they started walking, and he's 9 months old and already starting to walk really good now. Is actually taking a few steps.
Oh, he's walking.
Yeah, he's walking now, but he was taking a few steps when he was 8 months old.
I think I was 7 months old when I started to run because I got burned when I was 8 months old.
Dang.
So yeah, and then I spent my first birthday in the hospital and all that stuff.
He's getting right now, Sherry. You know what I'm talking about. He's doing the teething, and getting the burning poops and all that stuff, where it burns their butt. And it happens.
Poor baby.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. Getting those burning teeth and poops, man. Every kid I've had that when they get those, man, it's a fussy crying.
He wants something in his mouth. Just take a wet rag, put it in the freezer a few minutes, and give it to him.
Oh,
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah. He's been chewing on his blankets and all kinds of stuff. Beth gave him a sucker today.
Walking around with a wash rag, sucking on it because it was cold and hot. I mean, because it was cold and icy.
There.
But if it got warm, they didn't want it.
Hi, Miss Sherry.
Hey, Sweet Pea. Hey.
I think he's gonna have red hair.
Yep.
You know, red hair is runs in my family and her family both. Because we both got like my family's Cherokee Indian, Scotch Irish, and hers
Can
is.
we show them this video?
And her family's all Irish.
Oh, my brothers. You guys want to see the video?
You try to see if you can get it to come up. Her brother and his wife, they just got married in April, and they got pregnant, and they just found out what they're having today. And he shot the balloon and did the baby reveal party.
Oh, okay.
That's the brother that's 20.
30 now.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, that was great when you said that earlier. You're like, yeah, he's really young. He's like 20, and Beth was like,
I was like, he's in his early 20s. But you know, you gotta figure when I married Beth, they was young as my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you know what messed with my mind? My nephew looks just like my cousin's kid. The other day, my parents came here and they brought some kids with them. And I looked, I swear to God, it was my cousin and my niece.
Aaric and Beth.
Or, my cousin and my, heck with that, what's the girl cousin?
Right here. You got the baby? What?
but I swear it was my two cousins. And then I looked at them and I was like, okay, this doesn't even make sense because they look exactly like them, but it's like 15 years apart. So like they don't look like those little kids anymore, but that's my actual niece and nephew. They look exactly like my two cousins.
But what's weird is like my one boy Alex looks just like Beth's brother Joey, which that just having a baby, and we're saying we have a kid that looks more like Joey than what he's gonna have.
Yeah,
because he's all redheaded and they both look look identical.
Yeah, I can't go anywhere.
And they're having a baby boy is what they're having, and our boy's gonna look more like him than what they're gonna get ready to have is what's gonna happen.
Hey, I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm gonna play this video. I'm playing on Facebook. I probably go to that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, my nephew looks exactly like my cousin when my cousin was the same age.
Ain't that what like my son Alex looks just like her brother.
Oh yeah, I can't go anywhere in the
They think my son Alex is her brother's kid.
Yeah.
Because that's how much they look alike.
Yeah.
But he's having a boy now, and that probably won't even look like him. That's what I'm saying.
But it messed with my mind so much that literally when they came in, they like scared my dog. So you got a pit bull sitting right next to me, like won't go anywhere else. She'll sit right next to me and barking at the people that came in. I'm like, why is she barking? Like, why is that girl being so afraid of a pit bull? Like, she knows pit bull. She had a pit bull. And then the memory, like, yeah, not memory, but the realization actually hit me where I'm like, that's not my cousin. That's my niece. Like,
yeah,
she's never been around a pit bull.
I think I'm just gonna play this video. Should I play this video or should I just do the?
I'm back.
I'll play the video.
All right.
Oh, everybody's loving this video. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna play this video first.
I did a pretty funny conversation with this lady at the grocery store today. Like, I decided, like, maybe I'll get bacon. So I went over to the bacon aisle, or where the bacon is. And dang, if that stuff didn't go up like another 75 cents, man.
We just got a whole 10-pound box of bacon for $12.99 tonight.
Dude, 12 ounces, $5.50.
We got show them all the. We just did it all up.
Yeah, I was trying to find
10 pounds of bacon for $12.99.
Ouch!
I was trying to find the turkey bacon because I saw that a while back, and it's like $1 cheaper. And I was like, maybe I'll just get that and like pretend like it's bacon or whatever. But I got into a conversation with a lady there, and I'm like, he's like, oh, am I in your way? And I'm like, no, I'm admiring the price of bacon and how expensive it is. She's like, I know, like it seems to be kind of high. And I'm like, it's more expensive than steak per ounce. And she's like, oh, you're right. Like, I never even noticed that. But her husband wanted BLTs. I'm like, well, I mean, you kind of can't, not do the bacon on a BLT, man.
Yeah. Hey, you guys want to see this video?
Yeah, bacon here we can get on sale for 10-pound boxes for $12.99.
I paid for 3 pounds. I paid $16.
Let me see. You already burnt the box.
I don't know how much it was, but it was thick cut bacon. It was only about this thick, like total width, and that sucker was like $9.99.
Wow.
I mean, it looked like really good bacon. I'll give them that, but there's no way I'm paying that.
Well, we do it once in a while. I said, shoot, that bacon's too expensive. But I'm like, I can go and get some T-bone steak cheaper than the bacon.
Yeah. That's my point. Like you can get like sometimes sirloin steak on sale is cheaper than bacon, and like T-bone sometimes, strip steaks sometimes, just regular sirloin steaks. Those suckers you can usually always find them cheaper than bacon per ounce. And then if you go into deeper cuts than that, man, like we don't even have like the biggest container we have is like this thick, and that's like 2 pounds or whatever of bacon.
Yeah,
$12.99.
Yeah, this one's $9.99.
Wow.
This is at Save a Lot where she works at. We have every so often they have sales on it, and you can buy they normally, how much is it regular though?
It's supposed to be $19.99.
$19.99 regular for a 10-pound box of it.
Well, I was Save a Lot, and I got a pack of that bacon. I think it was like $17, but it had very little meat. I was like, it was fatty.
Oh yeah.
It is.
It is a little fatty. I would say consider it fatty.
Even full price, like you were saying, $19.99 for 10 pounds. That's like $1.99 a pound.
Yeah.
Like I can't even get a pound for less than $6 here.
Yeah.
Like 12 ounces is like $5.50.
Yeah. Well, I bought 3 pounds and paid $16.
See, and that's still pretty cheap though.
That's better than I can get.
And it wasn't fatty.
This last box we got was really good.
Okay.
When I was we divvied it up and froze it.
Yeah, I was messing Eric at work, and I was like, "What do we have for supper?" And the kids wanted Lunchables and yogurts.
And I said, "I'll take BLTs."
Yeah.
But it's hard to beat. I love bacon. You can use it in all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Is there a bacon hot sauce infused something?
There's a bacon infused candy bar, which is the Crazy Kimberlin bar.
Yeah, and you still can't buy it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's still sold out.
Oh, dang. Sweet.
I was like, is there a bacon infused hot sauce that we can make?
There's gotta be, but I can't name one off the top of my head.
Come up with a new sauce, yeah.
Yeah.
And come up with it, Eric, and y'all could sell it.
Yeah, you get cheap bacon, so you're a prime candidate. It'd be like way less cost effective for me to do it because it'd cost me $5.50 for 12 ounces over here.
Yeah.
Sherry, you have to help Eric with sauces.
I gotta make some sauce up.
You need some sauce recipes.
Because I got like a ton of like red peppers from ghost peppers to all kinds of red jalapenos and red serranos, and I'm thinking, man, I just need to make a red hot pepper sauce just to do something with them before they go bad.
Well, if you got any peppers that are floral, make sure you take that placenta out.
Mm-hmm.
If not, the hot sauce will taste like it.
Yeah, I don't like floral.
I can't stand floral.
I don't mind floral.
For me, it tastes nasty.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I just don't like extract because it tastes like it's like all metallic and like battery acid or something.
Because there was a place here in town. They made some hot and spicy wings, and they said that they're the hottest. They had that extract in it. I said, no. I said, I can taste what's in it. And I told them. And they're like, you know what's in it? I said, you can taste it.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about extracts taste like crap.
It does.
Well, I don't know. It could be the same thing as you and Sherry versus me on floral. It could be just a taste that you like or don't like. But as far as I know, I don't like it. I don't like extract. And I don't feel that I need to push myself any more than the hottest pepper. So anything extract, like I don't feel like I need to go into that realm. Like I'll just stick with the au naturel pepper. And if it's made within that world, then I'll challenge myself with it. But if it's outside and goes into the extract where you actually have to extract it and like concentrate it and stuff, nah, it's not for me. Somebody else can do that. I don't care. I'm not here to be like the world's greatest anything. I'm just here to be me. And
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Now, see, me personally, I don't like hot sauces that are sweet. I don't like them.
You know, like hot sauces that are sweet.
But
it all depends on what you're putting it on. Is how I like my hot sauce. So
I had some pumpkin hot sauce with the lemon starburst that was amazing.
Ones.
But it all depends on what you're putting it on. Like if it's chicken, like a lot of things go with chicken. But if it's like steak or like a salad even, or like, you know, weird stuff like macaroni and cheese, like why are you putting hot sauce on that? Because I can. You know, like just when it comes to weird things like that, some things just line up perfectly and other things just don't.
because there's also some hot sauces you can get that have a lot of vinegar, and you can really taste the vinegar. And I don't like that.
My favorite hot sauce has a bunch of, not a bunch, but it is a vinegar-based sauce. It's Allegheny City Farms hot sauce. I believe it's the oak barrel aged or whatever now. Like it was the original, but apparently now it's like a new name. But that's my favorite. But that is great like on chicken because the vinegar base like seeps into the meat and like becomes part of it. Whereas like with a steak, maybe it would be good if you put it on before you cooked it, but then you cook off the hot sauce, so it's not really like worth it kind of thing. But you get the vinegar penetration into the meat and
Well, now like you could probably take those Scotch bonnets that you have, and you could take and make like a pineapple. Take pineapple mash and add to it. Add a little bit of vinegar to it and let it cook. And you can make your hot sauce that way.
Yeah.
Now, see, I add liquid smoke to mine to kind of get that smoky flavor. But you have to be careful because if you put too much, it'll overpower the taste.
Yeah, because liquid smoke will make me sick to my stomach anytime I've had liquid smoke.
Because if you don't want to use the liquid smoke, you can cook them on the grill, get that smoky flavor.
Yeah.
I was going to say, do it on a charcoal grill and slow. Yep. And do that with all the peppers, then add those to the mix, and then that'll give you your smoky flavor and the pepper flavor all in one.
And especially if you're using onions and garlic, you can also smoke those, you know, and that way you still got that smoky flavor going through, but you don't get that big punch of the garlic, you know, to overpower the flavor.
Yep, but even that you got to mess around with because sometimes you don't want to smoke everything. Maybe there's maybe the smoking the onions would be good, but not smoking the garlic, or smoking the garlic and not the onions, or you know anything like that.
Yeah. Because I mean, I might had to make several batches. Kind of, you know, you kind of got to work with it and see what you like.
Yeah.
But I always made small batches of everything. Kind of see, you know, which one tastes better.
Yep, and then model the next big batch after that.
Yep.
Definitely. But guys, it's getting late here already. It's like 4:00 in the morning, and we're getting ready to probably crash out and call it a night. We've been on here for 3.5 hours. That's a pretty good live stream for us. It probably should have gave me some good watch time for that many hours.
Okay. Well, good night.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys all joining us, Rev and Sherry. We do. It means a lot to us that you'd come up here and join us tonight.
Okay. Y'all take care.
All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Okay. Good night.
All right. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Later, yo.
Later.
Don't forget to hit the unlive button first.